Have you ever stumbled upon another business's social media feed and thought to yourself, how can they create such visually compelling content for their brand? And you instantly say to yourself that they must be using Photoshop or other expensive design tools? Well, the answer is yes and no. They may be using and they may not. Have you ever heard of Canva before? Let me tell you about it. Canva is an Australian graphics design platform that you can use to create social media graphics, presentations, logos, posters, banners, you name it. Any kind of digital visual content, Canva is there for you to create it with it. It is loaded with easy to use features and functionalities to create engaging, aesthetically pleasing, and professionally designed content that can wow your customers. With Canva, you will have access to thousands of freely customizable templates that you can work on according to your brand. You can reuse them or even share them with your colleagues with just a few clicks. So if you are a student or a professional with nearly zero experience in graphics design and you are interested in building your brand or upscaling it to the next level, then I would like to invite you to my A to Z course of Canva graphics design, where I teach from beginner skills to advanced. Hi, I'm Dr. Rashid, a speech and presentation coach. I've used Canva over the last 3 years to design most of my personal and my clients' brand resources. And by the end of this course, you will learn the following skills in Canva: how to register and log into Canva, the general overview of the Canva platform, how to start a design from scratch, how to start a design from template, how to design logos, posters, how to design social media banners, including LinkedIn profile banners, YouTube thumbnails, Facebook banners, Google Classroom headers, and many more. I've also included how to design resumes, Pinterest pins, how to excellently design your slides and present them in Canva, how to design invoices for your businesses, how to design certificates, how to design virtual background for your Zoom meetings. It doesn't end there. I also shared how to design graphs, how to design business cards, letterheads, calendars in Canva, how to create photo books, create invitation cards, and infographics. I would like to sincerely thank you for stopping by to learn with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Alright, so the first thing you need to understand is to open Canva, you have to come to your browser and come to the search bar over here and just type canva.com, and it's going to bring you over here to Canva website. So while you are on Canva website, you can see what will you design. You can search directly, or you can have some templates already made and available for you. You can do things like presentations, you can design social media gadgets, you can design videos, you can do marketing, you can do checkout office, and many more from here. So down here you have a bunch of templates designed for you that you can customize and use for your liking. You can play with Canva, you can do videos of different sizes, you can do presentation of different sizes. You can design your presentation over here and present it. You can do Instagram posts, you can design posters, you can design logos, Facebook posts, and virtually anything. Okay, A4 document, you can do Instagram story, resumes, you can do your stories, you can do infographics and YouTube thumbnails, and many more. Okay, so start inspired. So with thousands of professional templates, so what makes Canva actually quite interesting and unique is the templates. You have a number of templates, thousands of templates, professional templates, images, and quality content to choose from. Get a head start on bringing your best ideas and work to life. Whatever is your idea, you can find a template that you can easily customize, collaborate with others, and share your pride with others very easily, and you can use it and present. Whether you are presenting or downloading, scheduling, sharing, or printing, Canva is for you. So you have a bunch of templates that you can use to design anything. You can see a range of templates You can easily browse all templates from here if you want. You can work as a team, okay? You can work as a team from here, whether you are on your own or part of a small or big local or global team. You can work together. You can edit the same project. You can work simultaneously at the same time. So you can see the different version. At this point, you can go for the for the free version until you are much satisfied and comfortable. Then you can try the Canva Pro, because there's a lot of features that you benefit from, and it's literally very cheap. I'll put the link in the description, and it's literally very cheap to subscribe, and you can have Canva Enterprise, which is also very nice and fantastic. These are supported companies, okay, loved by these people and many more. So once you're here, the first thing you need to do is you can browse along to see some of the key features at the top, like the home tab, the design tab, what you can design from social media and videos, marketing office. I have already explained this. You can design Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, components and templates. And you can design marketing tools like flyers, logos, posters, and menus. You can do presentation, resumes, graphs, planners, letterheads, and calendar. I will share with you how to do all this in this very long tutorial. You can customize a shirt, and you can do stickers, you can do custom mugs and photo books and labels and many more. You can design invitations, postcards, and greeting cards. I will share with you how to get even external resources and bring in to your Canva experience and make it fantastic and interesting. So there are a bunch of templates, features you can check, and you can learn quite a lot of things, from courses to tutorials to blogging and all that. Okay, so you have a series of plans you can check out and see what you can do, like I've explained earlier. So to start with, you can come to login if you have an account. If you don't have a Canva account, you can just sign up. Click to sign up, and you have the option to log in or sign up in seconds with your Google account or with your Facebook account by just selecting Google or by just selecting Facebook, or you can continue with email. Okay, so you can put continue if you want to log in, or if you want to sign up with your email and password. It's very, very easy. You just click and you sign up with your email and password. So let me log into my own account, and then I will see you on the other side to continue. Alright, so I have just logged into my Canva account, and you can see it over here. I've just logged in with my Gmail account. The first thing you need to understand is this is the Canva platform. Like we have explained, you have the search bar. You can search for anything from here. And then down here, you have to the left over here, you have a range of features. Like this is the home tab, and this is my project. In cases when you have your project where you are, all your projects are going to be saved, just like a normal folder where you can put in all your projects, and you can check out, you can start certain items, and you can check out folders, you can add folders, you can check purchased items, start items, and uploads. Okay, so over here you can see all the projects that you are working on are going to be under this your project. They are going to be saved here. Everything you work on are going to be saved on your project, except if you specify otherwise. Maybe you don't want it to be saved here, then you can specify a given folder. Then you have templates. There are a bunch of templates that you can check around and you can work with. So Canva is full of different kind of templates. From you can browse by subject, by to classroom decor. You may also want to see different kind of templates inspired by last design, maybe what I've used on my own case. New in Canva, these are things that are very new. Posters, you can check. Instagram posts, Facebook posts. These are easy to use templates that you can easily customize to your liking. You can just select any one of them and you can customize, change the photos, change the text, customize the coloration to your liking. So this is the different categories in terms of the templates. So you have templates and you have shared with you. Any item that is shared with you, maybe you are collaborating with others, you will find it over here. Okay, so whatever is shared with you or you want to share with someone, you will find items that are shared with you over here. And you have the trash. This is whatever you have deleted is going to come over here. So if you delete something and you want it back, you will always come to trash and you'll find it, both images and videos. And you can have teams. If you are working in teams, you can be able to collaborate also, and you can see the people as they are working, and you can work simultaneously also on the same document. You can invite members if you want. So this is my team, Epic Mentorship, and you can see the members. Okay, this is, you can see folders, you can see templates, you can see apps, people that we are working with. Once you click, you'll be able to have an idea of the people and their email and their even role in the team. You can see it. So these are people I'm working on, okay, invited and stuff like that. And then you can invite any member if you so wish. Okay, so you can discover apps that are currently being used with Canva, and then do whatever you like. So this is the spotlight. This is all what you can do in Canva. This is just like the general overview. Like I've explained earlier in the previous video, you can do presentation, whiteboards, graphs, PDF editor, letterheads, and all this. This is Office Kit. And then you have social media, and then you have videos and photos. You can do photo books, maybe for your child or for any event or for any ceremony. You can do photo editor, you can do video editing also here. You can do different marketing, you have access to different marketing templates. Okay, you can have access to different marketing templates. You can do brochures, business cards, flyers, logos. I will show you how to do most of these in this very tutorial. And then you have custom prints. You can do cards, calendars, limitations, certificates, mugs, posters, and postcards, and many more. You can design virtually anything with this. And you have businesses. You have power your workflow with teams. You can check out apps, and you can connect and work better. You can check out industries that are connected with this very Canva, and you can work with them directly. And you have things, templates related to them. And you have specialty teams, marketing, internal communications, creative agencies, sales, and many more. You can check out education. You can check out teacher and schools, create and collaborate visually in the classroom, students getting started. You can feel free to check out on any of these platforms, plans and prices. This one we have explained. And then things you can learn, blogging, design school, what's new, you can check events and help center. You can check all this. And then you can check out the account settings over here. And maybe you can start by creating a design from here. But then I need to show you the home tab. At the home tab, you have virtually all the things you need. You can do custom design by just clicking on this to kickstart your design afresh from scratch. Or most likely, and the most interesting way to make things easier, is to check out the templates. So once you come in here, you can see recent designs. Some of the work I have worked on. You can see most of my designs. This is where I design all my templates. This is where I design all my thumbnails for my YouTube channel, all my posters for the event, all my Toastmasters posters. I design them virtually, everything I design from here. And you can do that in minutes, and you can maintain your brand very easily. These are works that I have done, and you're free to just feel free to check on any template, and you can work on it on your own. So for example, you can start afresh, or you can search for any kind of template from here. So in the next class, I'm going to show you how to search the templates. So this is just an overview of the class. I will show you how to search templates, or how to search a given particular graphic design that you want to work on for your next project. All right, so now that we have logged in and we have seen a general overview of the overall Canva platform, let us try to create a simple design from our own idea. So there are two ways to create a design. Like I said, you can start afresh from scratch, or you can create a design from a template. So you can start creating design just by coming to create a design over here, and you have the option to search what kind of design you want to create, or you can check suggested ones. You want to create a video of this size, 1920 by 1080, which is usually the size for YouTube videos and all that. This is the dimension. Or you want to create a presentation, you want to create a logo or Instagram post or resume or invoice of this size and nature, and posters of this size. These are the default sizes. Okay, you can just check around to see what do you want to design. Is it a letter? Is it a photo collage? Is it a LinkedIn post or a graph? Okay, or YouTube channel ads. You can check out all this, and it will bring you that particular template, and you can work with it. This is the first way to create a design, or you can create a custom design by just coming to custom design, clicking on it, and you have the option now to define the width and height of that particular design. Maybe you have a specific design and you have a width, you have a height. These are the recent ones that I have used. Once you specify the width and height, then you can specify the unit. Are you using pixel or inch or millimeters or centimeters? The most default one is pixels, 1920 by 1080 or 724 by whatever height you are given. You can just start your design by just specifying the width and height and just click on create and just hitting on enter, and you can start your design from afresh. Another way you can do it is depending on what kind of design you want to design. For example, you want to design a poster, you can just come here, and this time around be very careful. You are searching on the template and not your project. There are two ways to search. You can search on templates or you can search on your project. So assuming you are searching on the template, you just come over here and say maybe you want to design a poster, and you hit on enter, and you to bring you different kind of templates on poster design. Okay, so you can see a whole lot of posters down here, but then you have the option also to start from a blank poster. Once you click on this, you can start from blank poster. These are so many posters that you can see and check around, and you can customize each and every one of them depending on your liking. So one thing you should just pay attention to is there are paid posters and there are some that are free. Okay, so the free ones are also fantastic. All you need is just some level of expertise to be able to customize them to be even better than the paid ones. So anyone you see with this crown is pro, anyone with this Naira sign is paid, and anyone without is free. Okay, all these are free and you can customize and use them accordingly. Another thing I need to show you is you can filter. You can use filters to filter what kind of posters are you targeting. Is it modern? Is it minimalist? Is it simple? Is it theme? You can check out the theme and you can check out the pricing. Do you want to see only free ones or pro ones or both of them? And you can check based on color. You can specify based on coloration from here. So at any given point, you can start. So assuming you want to start afresh, maybe you want to start from the template. But for now, let's start afresh, and then let me show you the beauty of Canva and what you can do to literally play with it, and maybe some of the key features that you can use while you are starting afresh. So to start, create a blank page. Just click to create a blank poster. This brings you to the first project that you have. Okay, this is plainly blank. Okay, so you are starting from blank. But before you start, let me take you through some of the key features that you will see once you are kickstarting a design in Canva. So to the left here, you have templates. This is what you have. You have a bunch of templates. You can easily select on any of them, and you can customize on the canvas, and then change it accordingly as you so wish. Or you can search from here. These are recently used templates. You can just easily click and you can see them. It's already here with us, and you can just easily customize these to your liking. You can just select. You can see as you hover over them, each element is separable and is separate. You can easily remove it. You can change it. You can change coloration. You can change the content. You can change even the text and all that. I will show you how to change everything at a glance. You can change the coloration. Over here, you can change this color. You can make it white, or you can make it yellow accordingly. I think the yellow kind of looks fantastic, or anything of your choice. Okay, you can change the coloration as you so wish just by clicking on this. And you can change the image also from here by just clicking. Next item is elements. You have a bunch of elements, different kind of elements from recently used. You can see them. You can have lines and shapes. You can have graphics, different types. You can just click on this arrow and you can see multiple of them. And you have stickers that you can put in cases when you want to have a live thing, maybe a simple video that can have illustrations, technically something pointing at something, and you have photos, you have videos, also you have audios. All these are on elements that you can easily drag and drop into your creation or into your design to make it kind of fantastic and look different. Okay, so this is poster. You can drag anything. Photos, you can design, you can drag anything and just paste on your photo, on your design to make it kind of look different. Okay, so you can easily design and drag it to anywhere depending on what kind of message you want to send. So these are elements, and you can search according to your message also. You can search based on your message within the elements, and you can see them. For example, I can say clock and I hit enter, and you can see from the elements, you can see range of clocks that you can easily drag that can show you time, or they can show you anything of your choice. So you can easily just drag it and drop it in the design, and you can resize it very easily and put whatever details or move it to wherever position you want to move within your design. Okay, so you can search for virtually anything. Okay, you can search for cards or anything that you want. You can, within the templates, you can just search and you can have access to them, and you can use very easily drag and drop them within the canvas and start editing. Next is you have uploads. You can upload any content from here, any media, either video or audio or anything. Okay, you can upload directly into Canva by just coming to upload. You can say upload media from here, and you can see you can just navigate around and upload any image of your choice. For example, I may want to upload this image, or I may want to check other images. And let's say I want to upload this image. You can just click on OK, and it's going to upload this image. If these are images, you can check out videos also from here, and you can check out audios from here that you've uploaded. So all your uploads are arranged under the uploads over here. And after this, you can easily drag and drop in the canvas to kind of replace what you have, and then you can continue with your work. You can double click on it to resize it, and you can drag around to replace it, to put it in the best position so that it can fit to what you want to work on very easily and fantastically. At any given point, you can check either the video or you can check audio in cases when you have uploaded audio. So one thing you should pay attention to Canva, one advantage that is very, very interesting in Canva is that it is integrated with Google Drive, Dropbox, Facebook, and Instagram. All your media that you have uploaded on this, you don't need to re-upload them again. You can reconnect with them and bring it in on Canva and work on them simultaneously. And then next you have the text. You have different kind of text. You have from headers to recently used. You have different kind of text that you can just easily drag and just drop, and you can customize them to your liking. You just need to drag and drop and wait for it to boot and showcase it like this, and you're free to just double click and start editing the content. Okay, once you select it, you have a range of features over here at the top. You can play around with the styling. Okay, there are a bunch of styles that you can check. Font styles, you can check. All these with the crown sign are paid fonts. You can check the free ones also. There are fantastic ones that are very free, and you can play around with the sizing as well. You can increase or decrease. You can change the coloration from here. You can check the coloration and just change accordingly. You can bold, you can italize, you can change the alignment. Okay, you can align left, right, center. You can put bullets. You can increase or decrease the spacing between this letter spacing, horizontal and vertical. You can see I can easily increase or decrease it accordingly. You can check out the effects. You can put different kind of effects, shadow, lift. I will show you how to use all these as we progress within the tutorial. And then you have animation. You can bring in different kind of animations in cases when you want to. As you hover over a given animation, you can see it is showing different kind of animation, and you can easily use it to make simple videos for your content. So as you hover over, you can see the effect directly around. So this is just an overview of the text, and you can come to different styles. Okay, there are a bunch of different styles that you can easily use and bring into your Canva design. And you have audio. You have audio, and you can see different kind of recently used. There are happy ones, there are pop ones, depending, and you can search if you have a particular one that you are targeting. And you can always click to add a new page. You can change the coloration from this color and make it white if you want. And then you can come back. You can check backgrounds. In cases when you are starting afresh, you can easily drag and drop background images. Okay, you can just drag and drop, and you have your background image just like so. Okay, so you can bring in logos of different types. If you have uploaded your logo, you can see it over here, and you have more options over here to check, because Canva is integrated with photos, videos, charts, folders. It's also integrated with different kind of websites like Pixels, Pixabay, Pixton, StepUp, and Teens, and even YouTube. They are all integrated, so you can bring in content from all these sites into your Canva, and you can continue working. So let's try to do this. In the next video, we are going to design a very simple poster from scratch using these various features and elements. Another thing I need to just show you around is you can play around with it. You can crop, you can flip the image horizontal or vertical. You can animate. I have shown that. And then you can check around the copy style. You can copy using different features, and you can play with the transparency of this particular thing, or maybe of this particular background. You can see you can increase or decrease the transparency accordingly. and you can lock changes in cases when you don't want anything to be changed from this point, and you can delete at any given point if you want. So these are just, you can check out insights and you can share when you finish. All this I will show you as we progress accordingly. And then at the top here, you can undo and redo, and you have the file options where you can check and enable rulers, guides, and margins, and you can show print bleeds if you so wish. Once you enable rulers and guides, you can see them over here. You can enable rulers and guides, and it will help you to bring in, to know exactly what dimension you are dealing with as you are working in Canva. I will show you in detail how to use all these features to make your design look professional and fantastic. You will be exact in terms of your measurement. And then you can check out other features also. You can save this design to a folder if you have. You can resolve comments. You can check. You can make a copy. You can download. You can do all sort of things from here. Later on, we will see in detail. But in the next video, let's try to look at how you can kickstart a design of a poster from scratch. To start from a template, you can just think about anything, maybe business, maybe anything, any shop, any product that you want to design a poster for. For example, let's say we want to target burger. So you can just target burger. For example, we just search burger, and we can see a lot of templates that have to do with burger, different types. So you can just check around, and I think this kind of looks fantastic. You can just check the ones that are not paid, and you can just see what you can do to customize to your liking. So you can see different kind of burgers, but some are pro versions, okay? Some are pro, they are paid versions, but you can see ones that are not pro, like this one, okay? So let's say we take on this, and let's see what we can do with it. We can redesign it, we can edit the content and make it your own. So this is the burger. Okay, so if you hover over it, you can see the different templates. You can see the different elements that are visible there. You can see them. You can see this is a single element. You can see this is another single element. This is a text. You can move it around if you want. And you can select this and change you can select it and change the font style. You can just come to font style, and you can just change it to something a bit reasonable, maybe something readable. And you can increase or decrease the size accordingly. So you can increase, okay, so you can see it visibly, spatial burger. You can click out to see. Maybe you can zoom out so that you can see it clearly. All right, you can see spatial burger. If you want to change the coloration of this, you can also, or you can just come over and put down your details over here. So you can come to text, and then you can check everything. Maybe you can bring in this, and you can bring it down, kind of reduce the sizing, and see what you can do. So maybe you can put in a call to action, place your order now. So you can just select it and reduce the sizing, okay, and you can bring it down, and you can change the coloration if you want. Or if you want also, you can put in a background just like this by just coming to elements again. And then maybe you can choose something like another shape. Maybe you can choose this shape. You can just click on this shape, and you can see it over here, and you can bring it down. You can put it behind the text, and you can see it is now complete. You can play around with the transparency of that particular shape that you put. You can increase or decrease the transparency accordingly. You will be able to see it very clearly when you change the coloration to something else. Maybe let's say to black. Yeah, now it's kind of clearly visible. Or you can change it to something like blue. Yeah, or something like a yellow. And then you have to change this coloration of the text as well, from this color to maybe something like blue. Yeah, I think it's not so visible. Okay, so you can change it to something like, right, maybe this is the edges, black. I think this kind of looks fantastic and cool. Place your order now, and then we can put in something. If you like, you can group this. You can select them and group if you want the two texts. I don't like this. I think better we put something else. And let me change the color of the elements.
So leave it something like black, and then this one can come to the top, something like this. And I think this kind of looks cool. Yeah, you can play around with the transparency of this if you want. You can increase or decrease the transparency accordingly of the element. You can increase or decrease the transparency as you wish. So this is place your order now, and then you can bring in anything. Maybe you want to add something like another element. Maybe you are not so satisfied with this. Maybe you want to bring in something, maybe, or you can put a bird, yeah, something like this. And maybe you want to take something like this in. All right, you can reduce the sizing and you can bring it somewhere here. If you like, you can duplicate it and bring it somewhere here as well. Yeah, so you can flip it to kind of look the same way. Yeah, so now you can see, you can make them equal distance. You can see now your poster is nearly done. You can add any text if you want. You can add any sign, anything if you want. You can check the styles and you can play around with even the background. You can play around with this, or you can check and bring in any other elements that you feel like can be relevant. Okay, you can close this, arrows, circles, heart, flowers. You can check out flowers maybe and just take anything that you think can beautify the work for you. You can check something like this. All right, and make it smaller, and make it quite small, and put it here. And you can duplicate that also, copy and paste, and you can bring it here also, and you can flip it horizontal. Yeah, so you can see it has nearly made it equal, symmetrical. You can put the same also somewhere. You can put something somewhere if you like. So depending on your design, depending on what kind of message you really want to send, you can easily beautify it accordingly. All right, so once you're satisfied with it, you're satisfied with the coloration as well. You can play around with the coloration of this. You can edit the image. You can crop the image if you so wish. You can do whatever you want. You can just a little bit zoom out so that you can see it clearly. Now this is your flyer. Now once you're done editing everything, you can just come over to share, and you can share on Facebook group, or view only link. Okay, you can just select the link and share with other people, or you can come to download. Like I said before, you can just select the format, PNG. For example, you are going with PNG and you are just downloading this same one. Just click to download. So right now, because we use a pro feature inside, that's why we cannot download. This flower is a pro feature. That's why we cannot download. If you use anything pro, you cannot be able to download. So let's try to remove it, and then we can download. Okay, so you remove this and remove this, and maybe put something that is free, like this one is free. So you can just drag and drop, and then you can resize it and put it somewhere here. And you can copy and paste and put similar thing from here as well. Okay, so once you are done, you're satisfied, and now there is nothing pro here, you can just come to download. You can come to download from here, and you can see now everything changed, and you can download the PNG file very easily. Once you click, you can see it is downloading. All right, you can see it over here, downloaded. So once it has finished, you can click, and you can see your burger. Special burger. This is the sample, and place your order now. So basically, this is how to design your template or your poster in the form of a template, using a template, an existing template within Canva, and output it just like so. All right, so in this tutorial, I want to share with you how to design the LinkedIn banner. The LinkedIn banner you see over here, the sizing and everything, you can get it customized on Canva as a template. So we'll design something like this, and then we are going to design the banner of my YouTube channel over here. You can see the banner over here containing these things. You can easily bring them in and design it according to your liking. So this same size and everything you can design from Canva, And you can check out the Facebook banner also. You can design it from Canva using the same size and upload directly. And then you can check out my thumbnails, YouTube thumbnails that I have on all my videos. You can design all of them from Canva and bring them in. To start with, let's start with LinkedIn banners. So all you need to do is to just come to your browser and just type Canva. We're already logged in, so all you need to do is to start coming to your search bar over here and just search for LinkedIn banners. So you can see LinkedIn banner over here. So this is the sizing 1584 by 396 pixels. So you just click and you're going to see a lot of the samples that you have. Okay, see multiple samples that you can easily customize and upload to your LinkedIn banner, to your LinkedIn profile. So you can just check, there are lots of paid ones, but you can see something like this is free. So you can just click and see for yourself. You can easily customize. You can see the sizing. You don't have to worry about the sizing, anything. You can just select this and you can replace, or you can check on this one. I think I like this one better and it's free also. So you can just select, come back to your uploads, and maybe you have uploaded a photo. You can check out if you have uploaded any photo. Maybe I have this photo. I can just easily drag and drop and replace it over here. You can just double click and resize it so that it fits the content directly. Okay, so you can see it and you can just put in your name over here, Dr. Rashid Academy, and resize this so that it fits in. So you can say presentation coach. Okay, Dr. Rashid Academy, presentation coaching, for example, coaching. So once you're certain and you are satisfied with everything, you can change the coloration of all the elements according to your brand. So what brand do you have? You can easily select and change the coloration according to that brand. Okay, so you can change it to any color of your choice, any color of your choice according to your brand. So you can just keep changing and change this one to something like this, and you can change this one and change this one to anything of your choice. You can select this and change it to something else, right? Something like this. Okay, you can select this one also and make it this color so that it kind of stands out. You can select this one also and make it this color so it stands out. So you can see now everything is changed. For you to have a better look at this, you can change this color also to something like this. I think yellow will give it the look I'm looking for. Okay, so either yellow, or you can select another different color, maybe something like this can give it the look, or something like black can give it the look as well. All right, so if you are certain with this, this is your banner for your LinkedIn. You can just click on share and you can download it very easily. You can see PNG. Once you're done, just click and you've downloaded it very easily and nicely. So within just a few clicks, you've downloaded what you have, and you can see with the sizing, everything. You can see the clarity and everything. So this is how to design your LinkedIn page, your LinkedIn banner. You can just come over to your LinkedIn and come to edit, and you can just upload, change photo and upload that particular, and it is going to fit perfectly. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to design YouTube banner over here. This same banner, you can see it, you can design it. You can just come back to your Canva and go back to home. You can either design it manually or you can design it using the template if you know the sizing. Okay, so you can just search YouTube channel logo. You can have YouTube channel art, right? So you can just select this one and you can see it over here. So that is that very template. That is that banner that we have. You are free to just come over and just select it and just customize anyone to your liking. So let's say I like this, and you can just click and you're free to customize it also. You can change the coloration to fit your brand. Let's say something like this. You can select and change the image also. Check the uploads and you can check this and put in this image. So you can delete this. You can just drag and replace like that. Okay, so you can see it features like that. So you can just select and put Dr. Rashid, or you can put it as Epic Mentorship Platform. Okay, digital marketing expert. You can put your Instagram or Twitter handle over here if you just wish. You can just change it to your test. You can replace this one also if you want it something like this, or if you want it to be something like this, you can also change accordingly. If you don't want this, if you don't want the coloration of the background, you can select and change it to something like red to make it stand out. You can do that also very easily. And once you're done, you're starting with this, you're starting with the coloration, the background effect and all. You can change it also if you want. But I think this kind of stands out. If you want to put something like this so it becomes easily visible, you can just change it. And once you're done, you're starting with what you have, you can just click on share and you can just come to download and you select the first one that you select all, select first one, click on download, click on done and click on download, and you can see it downloaded very easily. Okay, so right now you can easily select it and upload it to your YouTube banner. So let me show you how I design my YouTube thumbnails. Okay, YouTube thumbnails, I design them very easily in Canva also. You can come back to home and can come to YouTube thumbnails and just hit, and you can see a lot of them over here, different kind of thumbnails depending on what kind of message you have or you want to send. You can just see any of them and you can customize it to your liking. Very easily, you can select anyone. For example, this one came in preloaded with the dimension and everything, the sizing, everything fits just like that. So you can put in your content. Maybe you can just double click and edit it, make 100 USD daily, type in online. Yeah, very simple. And you can see subscribe now. You can change this also if you want, right? You can just select anything. For example, subscribe now to the red. So this color, if you want to replace this with something else, you can easily replace that. So let's say a woman smiling. So let's say we'll come back to elements and we say a woman smiling, and you can just check on any of them that you like her smile. You can just drag this one and just paste. Okay, so you can just double click and fit into content. You can just resize it so that it fits in directly and clearly. Okay, so you can see it clearly. I think I don't want this one. Let's put something, let's say happy. Let's say a woman happy. So you can check and just select on anything of your choice, and something like this also can. Right, so you just double click and you can bring it over here. You can centralize it and something like this. I think this kind of looks cool. So you can customize the background color. Okay, you can play around with the coloration according to your brand. Whatever is your brand, you can change it if you so wish. You can see this brand, you can change it to this brand, or you can change it to this brand. If you are certain with what you have, you can also come to the elements and play around with them. You can change this color to something else. You can change it to red. Undo. After this one at the back, change it to red or something, so it stands out. Okay, and this one in between, you can change it also to another color, to a different color, maybe this one. Yeah, I think this kind of looks fantastic and nice. So once you're done setting, you can just come to share and just download. Over here, just select PNG, select it, or select all, select this first one, click on done and download. And here you have your thumbnail, and you can use it on any YouTube video of your choice. So this is how to design your thumbnails from Canva very easily. You can design your thumbnails and you can use it to upload on YouTube whenever you're uploading any video. So the last one that I wanted to show us is how to design the Google Drive logo, the banner. Okay, so let's say we have our drive. Let's say we'll go to Forms, Google Forms banner. So let's say we have from Google Forms. You can see this banner. Okay, so you can see this banner over here. I've designed it using Canva. I've designed it using Canva because once you come to customize themes over here, you can see you can upload an image and you can see different kind of images. But these images are different. They may be different from what you want to upload. So if you want to design something like this, all you need to do, come to Canva, come back to home, and you can see Google Classroom header, this one. You just see it over here, Google Classroom header. So this is this one. You can just check around and just find the one that is free, and you just customize it to look like that one. So to make it easy, let's click on free. And we can see some. Okay, so let's say we go with this one. So you can customize it to your liking as well, depending on your message, what kind of message you want to send. You can check around also from other templates. You can replace this very easily with your uploads. You can just check around and replace with your photo. and just drag and drop easily. You can double click and recenter it and resize it. Change the color also to any of your brands to fit in your brand. Change this one to any color of your choice. Change this welcome to, and maybe change the font style to something like this archival black, so you can put in welcome to Dr. Rashid. You can select it and reduce the sizing and reduce the spacing, the horizontal spacing to something like this or a bit longer. So once you see this is okay, you can check this element, you can bring it here and you can change the coloration to something like red if you so wish, and you can put your website over here. For example, you can put Dr. RashidAcademy.com, so you can just increase the size so it fits in perfectly. You can see you are done. If you want also these small elements, you can change the color to fit in your content, maybe to something like red. And this is done. Once you're done, you just click on download, select PNG, click on download, and you have it to yourself. Have it downloaded over here. So this is it, and you can just upload it on your media. Over here you can just come to upload photos and you can just go to download and navigate to that particular location where you have that particular download. You can see it over here. This one. You can just select open and you can see it. It will just upload and you can easily use it on any of your forms. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a bit about how to design different kind of components of social media platforms, be it Google Forms, be it LinkedIn banner, be it Facebook page ad, Facebook banner, be it YouTube thumbnails or YouTube banners. All this I have just shown you how to design with Canva very easily and free of charge. You can do it on your own. You just use your creativity and design according to your brand and download it very fantastically. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Another very important feature of this Canva is you can use it to design your certificates. Okay, very easily you can design professionally looking certificates for your events, for your workers or for your students who have undergone a course that you are preparing. You can all generate and design their certificates from Canva and share it professionally. Okay, so all you need to do is to start by coming to your Canva and then you come to this search bar over here. So let's say you just search for certificates. Okay, so you can see a sample. Okay, this is certificate of this dimension. If you have a specified dimension, then you can go to create a design for from scratch. Or if you have a certificate portrait, if you want certificate portrait, something like this of this dimension, 210 by 297 mm, you can just go ahead, or you can just search for certificates and see from the available ones and then see what you can use it for. So these are suggested ones that Canva is giving you suggestion. I think they are kind of looking fantastic, but the problem is you don't know whether they are free or they are paid. So let's just go with the see all, so you can see all certificates available, so you can just see. And one of the good things is you can even take the paid ones and recreate them using Canva again and make them free because you created them by yourself. So let's try to select anyone and see how we can edit it to our liking, and then see how we can take another simple one and then redesign it in Canva to a paid one to redesign it in Canva, and then let's see how it's going to look fantastic for us, so we can just start using it. So you can just check around, you can check and see any certificate of your choice that is free, so we can just customize it. You can see this one, I think this one kind of looks cool to me, and then this one looks cool also. You can just take this and you can just see. Okay, so let's say we have these two, certificate of achievement, and you can see with this small kind of logo. Okay, so this kind of looks fantastic. You're free to customize it to your liking to fit your company brand, so you can just select and just change it to anything. Okay, but I think this golden color kind of makes it look professional and nice. So you can just put, what is this certificate? So is this certificate of achievement or certificate of acknowledgement? So you can edit this element. All right, acknowledgement, there's D over here, certificate of acknowledgement. So you can see this certificate is probably presented to, let's say you just put your name over here, Dr. Rashid. All right, In recognition of his excellent quality of work during the month of September 2022, a tribute for his loyalty. Okay, so I think this kind of looks cool. Or you can put during the mega conference held at Langkawi in 2022. Okay, as a mega tribute to his loyalty. So you can put your signature over here, and you can put the signature of the general manager or the conference organizer over here. Conference chairman. Okay, so you can just put his name over here. So let's say this is the conference chairman, Happiness Jen. Okay, so let's say this is the name of the conference chairman or chairwoman, and this is the name of the signatory. Okay, so the person in charge. So let's say this is Mohammed Aliyu. That is the signatory to this. Okay, the person that is supposed to sign, and you can just adjust and edit and correct. You're free to do anything. These elements, you can play around with it. You can change the thickness and do so much more. You can make it rounded ends if you want. You can change it and make it broken line or dashed line or thereabout. You can just play around accordingly, according to your liking. Okay, so you can just go ahead and make it broken line or something like that. So it kind of looks cool. So you can change the coloration of all the parts. You can see this is 2 parts because this is 2 colored. You can change it to any coloration of your choice. You can change this side, okay, and just change this one also to fit in and kind of look different. Let it look a little bit different. All right, so you can see it looking a bit different from the way it, and I think this kind of looks fantastic and nice. It has given it another look, another touch to the green color, to the golden color, so it looks maybe professional and looks a little bit closer to your brand. Right, so you can color it according to your brand. So I think this is okay, this is good. If you are starting with this and you like it, you can just go ahead and download it because it's free. You can just go ahead and download it in PNG, or if you want to download in PDF also, you can download in PDF and you can share it with your friends or your colleague or during the event. So just make sure to be changing the name over here. So certificates. Okay, so this is certificate. So if you want to give to many people, you can just keep duplicating this, duplicate, and you can see them as many. And then you can just change. This is for Dr. Rashid. This is for Ibrahim Sani or something like that. So you just type the name. You can just be typing the name. And if there is need, you can be changing the content of the award. What is this award for, right? And then you can bring in your signature from anywhere and just put it and just sign. One software or one website that I usually do my signature is Signwell. So you can just come to Signwell. You can just come down here and come to online signature. Instead of electronic, you can say draw the signature, or you can type. So let's say draw signature. And then you can just select any pen, let's say with blue pen, and you can just type anything. Okay, so you can just sign your signature here, and this is my signature. So you can just download over here, so you can save it. You can enable transparent background if you want. So in my own case, I will enable. Then you can say download, and you can see it over here. I just downloaded. Okay, so this is my signature with transparent background. So I'll go back to Canva and then we'll insert the signature, something like that. So you just upload media. So this is an image, so you can come to your download. You can see it over here, signature. So you can just select it and you can bring it in as a media. You can see it uploading. Once it finishes uploading, you can just drag and drop it over here. Okay, so you can resize it and it fits the content, and then put it as your signature down here. So this is your signature. Now you can edit and put other things as well if you want. But for now, this is how to edit, and then you can download it. Once you are done, you can download. Okay, we've downloaded this. So let's say after you put in all the signature, your signature, and maybe you are the signatory, and then the other conference chairman put his signature also. You can do it using the same method. Just click on share, download, select the one you are working on, for example the second one, and just say done, and just say download, and you can see it downloading. And once it finishes, you can click to have a look at what you have designed. So you can see everything is perfect as according to your design. So what we can do now is let's try to have another one, then we can try to see how we can actually redesign a premium one, or some one that is paid, and then we can try to redesign something like that to have it the way we want, and then make it free because we design it on our own. Okay, so let's say we pick up something. We can redesign this, or we can re-edit this also if you want. This is free also. You can just play around with the coloration and change it accordingly if you want. But I think the other color kind of looks nice, yellow color. You can just double click and put your name. Okay, so you can see how fantastic the certificates are. Certificate of graduation or of achievement. Certificate of achievement. And you can change this presented to, proudly presented to this, and then you can say congratulations for this, and then do this. And you can change this as well. You can make it, you can come down to element, and you can say certificate badge. Yeah, it's a badge. So you can just set certificate badge, and you can change this, delete this, and then you can bring in another badge according to your liking. So let's say this kind of looks cool, and you can just drag and drop it here and just resize it. Right, so you can just paste it over here, and I think it kind of looks fantastic, and it makes everything looks much more professional. So once you're done, you can change the background color also if you want. You can change it to something else, something like this. No, something like this. No. Okay, something like this. It's kind of cool. I think this one, not this one. This one will look much better and professional. So you can just download. Also, once you're done, you just click and download it. So the same way, the same method, you just download. The same thing. You can say PDF or PNG. You just click to download, and you've just downloaded your certificates. You can see it over here. You just click to have a look, and you can see how professionally looking the certificate is. So you can just customize, you can play around with anything. If you want to draw another one, if you want to go back to the main certificates where you have it, you can check around for something simple that maybe you can easily recreate on your own. So let's say we try to find one, something like this. Oh, this is free also, or you can redesign it. This is also free, you can redesign it. You can just click and just re-edit accordingly. I think these are the ones I like. So basically, this is how to design. You can play with the content according to your creativity. You can just kind of on your own play around with it. You can bring in your logo. You can bring in this badge. You can change the elements and change the text and do all sort of things that you can do accordingly. So this is basically how to design certificates on your own, and then you can output it accordingly. Okay, so you feel free to check around and see what you can do based on the little things that you've learned from this. So this is about certificates. Another feature of Canva is in designing calendars. So you can design calendars for your office, for your organization, for your personal use from Canva. Okay, you can get it from any dimension, any design, and customize to your liking. And also you can redesign it according to your brand or your content or whatever. You can just come to Canva and just search for calendar. So once you search for calendar, you can check May calendar or June calendar or calendar May or something, because now we are in the month of May. Or you can say wall calendar or anything. You can just search calendar with this dimension, or if you have a specified dimension, you can just click start and check and redesign accordingly. So you can see now you can create a blank calendar from scratch, or you can check from the existing templates and just customize any of them to fit your content, okay, or to fit your company brand, and then see how you can do what you can do to make it look better. Okay, so depending on the type that you want, you can see this is completely free, and it's very, very popular. This type of calendar is very popular. So let's try to right click and open it in a different sheet and see which one we can play around with Like this one also is very, very popular. You can just select it and just right click and try to open it, or something like this. So depending on what kind of calendar you are targeting, you can easily get it and you can input the details accordingly. So based on what we have opened, you can see this is December 2022. You can make it for November, for January, for February, for March, depending. So this is November, you can just click. So you can duplicate and make it, this is December 2022, you can duplicate this, and by just coming over here, you just duplicate and you can make it another month. For example, this may be November 2022, and you can change anything accordingly. Okay, you can change the content, you can change the coloration of the whole thing to fit your company brand. So this is your, let's say this is your company brand, go this one. Okay, you can change, this is the internal one, and then you can change the outer one to kind of fit. Okay, so you can change it accordingly. You can change the coloration to fit in your company brand. Even the dates, you can select, hold the shift key and select all of them, and you can just within one click change the coloration to something that can fit your company brand. So let's say something like this, and you can click out and see it something like this. Okay, or if you like, you can do quite a lot. You can bring in some elements and put them over here. You can bring in some flowers. Let's say flower, the elements. In the elements, you can just search for flower. All right, so you can just search for anything that can depict your company. You can see a range of flowers over here, or anything. Maybe you can see bed, or let's say we can search for bed. Yeah, so you can search for something like this, and easily you can take on any of them and just paste in your calendar. So something like this, or I think this one kind of looks much better. You can just drag it and drop it, and you can resize it and put it somewhere. Okay, you can put it somewhere. You can even select everything. You can select with Ctrl A and just move everything to one side, and then you can put your bed by the side over here. So it looks, I think it kind of looks cool. So you can just customize the content. This is November, this is December, this is December. So you can just kind of do the same, select everything, move it by the side, and then you can just paste this one over here. So if you like, you can put in your company brand over here. So for example, we can come back to text, put in some header. You can say Epic Mentorship. Okay, you can select and reduce the sizing to something smaller. And then you can just easily drag it over here. And you can change the coloration to something else that can depict your company brand. Let's say something like this, and then you have it, Epic Mentorship. You can select, copy, and then come to the second one and paste. Okay, so you can design any calendar of your choice, depending on what kind of message you have, what kind of brand you are targeting, what kind of thing you want to target. So as soon as we finish, if you want the whole calendar, so this is December, this is November, you can check the arrangement of the dates. You can try to see, check your calendar and see on which day does November starts, or December, or thereabout. You can just rearrange it, you can redesign it accordingly. All you need to do is just to select and change the content. Okay, you can just select and change the content accordingly. So once you are done, if you want to download in PDF to have everything, the number of pages, or you want a specific page, you can just come over here. Let's say we want everything in PDF, we download in PDF, and we can specify the number of pages. And select this page, specify page 1 and page 2, and say done, and you can just click on download, and it has to just download for you and for your company. So you can go ahead and print it and share it depending on what kind of design you want to follow, and you can say just download. You can say open folder, and you can just right click and say open with. So this time I can open with Nitro PDF if I want, and you can see it's going to open it perfectly. All right, so this is my calendar, and you can just zoom out so that you can see it fully. So you can see You can go ahead and print it however you want it and distribute it to your workers or put it in your office or thereabout. All right. So this is how to design a calendar with Canva. You can check out others. You can see this one also. I think this one kind of looks cool also. You can just go ahead. This is September 2022. You can just go ahead and redesign it, play around with the features as well. Okay, you can do this one. This is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I think this one is much professional or much complex because this depicts something like agenda or the class schedule. Okay, on Monday this is science. You can put the details. You can put on Tuesday this is the science. This is the time we will have science, or this is the time we will have mathematics, social media, social studies, English, history. So you can just easily specify what periods this class is according to these dates. Okay, so for you to specify that, you can use ticker. Okay, so you can just come to the element and search tick. Okay, tick. All right, so you just search for tick and it's going to be marked something like this. All right, so you can just drag on anyone and just drop, and you can change the coloration so it stands out, and then you can minimize and make it smaller. And on each date that you have, you can just be pasting it. So maybe on Monday you have maths, you can copy and paste, and then you can just say on Friday you have history, and on Thursday you have social studies or thereabout. So you just get the message. This is it. On Monday you have English as well, and let's say on Tuesday you have mathematics, and that's all, something like that, right? So this is distribution, and once you just clearly look, you can just check and understand. You can now understand everything, assuming you have one subject per day, and this is the arrangement. On Wednesday you may have a break, and you want to indicate that on Wednesday is a break, so you can just come to text and just put header, so you can put it as break. Okay, or you can put it lecture break, and you can use this rotator to rotate it so that it can cut across all the dates. So this 90 degrees is completely horizontal, and you can just come over and reduce the sizing so that it fits the location perfectly. So you can just drag and you still need to make it smaller a little bit. Okay, so this is break. So you can put it in any color of your choice. For example, we can make it a red color to signify that, yeah, this is break, but it doesn't look cool. So white, I think, looks better. So this is break on Wednesday, no classes. Okay, so once you're done designing, also you can check out other templates if you want. You can see May 2022. You can see other templates that you may want to design. So at the beginning of the calendar, you may have one of such, because this one is free also. You can just click and maybe try to open it. I think I like this one, so you can try to see what you can do. You can open and you can see all the calendar from January to December with the cover page, just like so. And you can customize this to any of your choice and put in your brand. Okay, so you can see apply all the 13 pages, but I don't want it on the first page. Maybe I want it at the second page. Apply all the 13 pages, and you can see now it has applied all the 13 pages. Replace all the pages, no problem. You can replace all the pages, and now you can see you have the 13 pages: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, just like so. And you can just easily be removing the images and be putting something of your choice, any image of your choice. For example, you may not like this. You may want to come to elements and just search for happy child. Okay, so you can just say calendar and you can search for a happy child and something like that, or you can put something like this. I think kind of looks better. You can double click and you can recenter it accordingly. I think the energy in this one is much better. Yeah, so this is it. You can click to select and change the brand. Okay, so you can resize it according to, change the coloration according to your brand or thereabout. You can change this one also to anything, maybe white color can be much better. And you can see now you are having your calendar. You can change this also. You can change the photo also to something else. You can put and replace this with this happy face. I think this is much better. You can go to the next one. Instead of this, you can replace with this happy face as well, and you can just recenter it. And I think this looks cool. You can change this one and maybe use something like this. Yeah, this is much better. So now you are getting it, and you can change it to something like this. No, just drag and drop, right? So this is April. So if you like, you can be putting some quotes also at the bottom if you so wish. So once you are done, you can just come over, select on download, and you can select all the pages, the 13 pages, and you can say download, and it will download all the pages for you. Okay, so you can say download. Right now it has finished the download. You can just click on open folder, and then you can double click to open with another application. For example, you can say open with, and you can choose anything. Let's say Phantom PDF. Okay, so you can see your calendar. Let's zoom it out a little bit so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so you can see it very nicely and clearly done. So this is how to create calendars in Canva. Feel free to try it on your own. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, in this tutorial, I want to share with you how to design Pinterest pins. Okay, so Pinterest pins are actually pins that you can design for Pinterest, and they come with different sizing. There's a guideline on what kind of size Pinterest actually accept. So if you want to check out the guideline, you can come to your Pinterest account, pinterest.com, and you can see the sizing over here. You can see the guideline to see the details. The content attribute should be 200. Minimum requirement is 200 width wide by 300 wide. Okay, by 300 tall. Okay, or recommendation is 1000 by 15 pixel tall. So you can check around and you can use any of them. Okay, this is recommendation, this is minimum requirement. So let's say 1000 by 15. So you can come to your Canva home and you can just search for Pinterest pin. If you like, you can search for Pinterest pin, or you can come to custom size and you can design it easily. So Pinterest pin 1000 by 1500. So this is the default size. Okay, so you can just click and you can see it over here. You can start from a blank page, or you can select anyone and customize to your liking. So let's say we select anyone and customize because it's easy and it makes our work kind of fast and fantastic, and you don't have to worry about coloration, playing around with sizing and all that. So you just select anyone. Let's go checking according to the free versions. So select on anyone. So let's say something like this, or something like this, or anyone. Just say we go with something like this, or let's say we go with something like this. So depending, as we know, Pinterest is actually a very fantastic source of traffic to your website. It can be a very good source of traffic to your website or to your YouTube channel, depending on what kind of targets you have for your audience. You can use it as a source of traffic to a given platform. So let's say you are here and you want to change, or you want to customize this to anything before you put it on Pinterest. So for example, you want to put in the title, make 1000 USD, selling online courses. So let's say this is by Epic Mentorship from my channel, right? So you can change this background image if you want, and you can just come over to your elements and just search for money sign. You can just search for money, and you can see different kind of money signs coming up. Okay, so you can just easily drag anyone and drop it here, and you can see everything changes. So you have that look of the money, and you can click and change the coloration to anything so it stands out. Now you can see, now you can bold this, and you can see it's now a little bit clearer. Okay, you can select it, and you can come to effects and change from this one, from this lift to maybe normal shadow. Okay, and so it's now becoming much more visible and clearer. So you can make it something like this, or you can just make it shadow, and that's all. So for example, if this is your pin and you like this pin, you can select this one also. You can change the color to something like this, so it a little bit stands out. So you can put any other feature that you want, but this is kind of enough. But if you want to do more, you can just select and you can put in anything. You can come to backgrounds and you choose any background of your choice, drag it, and you can see it has fit in everything. And then you can come and check on elements. You can just check on anything. You can remove this money. You can put anything. Let's say we check on frames. Okay, this is shapes. Let's say we check on frames. that will check anyone. Let's say we take this frame and we can zoom it out, and then we can look for any picture, maybe this one, and paste it, double click and zoom it out so that it can fit in. And we can bring in another element. Maybe you can reposition this up, and then you can put in some text down over here. You can call it anything. You can come here, reduce the sizing so it fits. So you can put in anything. Design with Canva. Alright, so you can select everything, Control A, and reduce the sizing. Design with Canva. So this is Pinterest. So you can put in anything you want, and once you're certain, you can just come over and just download. Click on share, and you can come to download over here, and you select whichever one you want to download. If you want to download both of them, you can download both of them at the same time, or you want to select a given one like we used to do. Select, click, and download, and you download it very easily, and you can see it has just downloaded. You can see it over here. This is your Pinterest pin. You can always come to your Pinterest, close this, and you can click to upload. You can come to your downloads over here, and you can see the Pinterest pin you've just downloaded. You can just click, and you see how it fits in perfectly. So you can just put your title, the description, and the link that you want to send viewers or your audience from here to that particular link. So this is very easy. This is the easiest way to download or to design Pinterest pins for your Pinterest account or for your Pinterest anything. So feel free to try it on your own. Okay, the next thing that we're going to learn on this Canva platform is how to make business cards. Okay, Canva is all-in-one, containing different kind of designs in terms of graphics of different kind of content that you want to create digitally and print it. You can do so much with Canva. So let me show you how you can design your business cards to look much more professional the next time you attend that conference, or the next time you participate in that event and you want to share your contact, you want to share your address and your website professionally using a business card. So all you need to do is to come over here and just type business card. Okay, so there are different types. You can just see business card portrait or business card square. So I usually use the business card portrait, which is 50 by 85 millimeter. You can see different size, different variety of it. Okay, so you can see according to your brand, according to your content, you can easily come over, design your own or customize your own from the available templates and just export it, and you can share it with virtually anybody, anywhere, in any meeting, and you will stay perfect and protected. All right, so let's say we select anyone that is free and try to see what we can do. Like this one, I kind of like this one, and let's check other ones. I think I like this, so let's say we'll go with this. Or if you check, you've seen anyone that you like also. I think this one also looks cool. I think this one looks cool also, but let's start with the first one, which is this one, and I think I like it so much. Okay, so this is the front and this is the back of it. Okay, so you can check accordingly. So usually it comes in this format, so you can print it and maybe you can cut accordingly. So this is the format it comes. You can print and cut accordingly. So this is the front page. So let's say put in your business name. So let's say my company, Epic Mentorship. Okay, and then you can check your name over here, and you can select all and minimize the name to reduce the sizing so that it fits, or you can increase this, or you can additionally zoom out so you can see it clearly what you are working on. So this is my name, and you can check this, your title, what are you doing. So let's say presentation coach, right? So you can see, and you can change this element to anything, and then you can change this color according to your brand. Equally, you can change it to anything according to your own brand. You can change this one also to fit your brand, and you can change this one also to fit your brand, just like so. Let's say we change this one to something like this also, so much better. You can change this one also to anything, change the coloration to anything. Okay, so let's say we go with something like this to fit in the brand, and you can change this very icon or image or logo. You can change it also if you want. If you don't want this, you can delete it and bring in something else that can depict your company. You can come to elements and say maybe something like bird, or you can come over and select and see all these stickers. You see all these stickers, arrow stickers, and you may not like something live, so let's go back. All right, so let's go back. Okay, so you want to put in something, you come to elements and then you can search for anything. Okay, let's say flower, and then you can check around and find something interesting that you can put to represent your company. Or let's say flying bird. All right, something like this, and then you can check something like this. Yeah, this is much better. You can take this and you can reduce the size to something small, and then you can put it here. All right, something small, and then you can put it here and make it a little bit bigger. And you can change the coloration also from here to fit in your brand as well. And I think I kind of like it like this, so you can change who you are already from here. Hello, I am Dr. Rashid, a speech and presentation coach. Okay, so you can decide to increase this so that it fits in perfectly. So this is the first page, and then you can go to the second. This is the front cover, and then you can go to the back cover and change the same thing. You can change it to your brand, change this also to your brand, and change this to your brand as well. And then you can bring that same logo, you can delete this one and go back to the first page, copy this. All right, and now you can come back to the second page and just paste it. Okay, so you can just put in your name, the name of the company, Mentorship, for example, and then you can just change your phone number, your email address, and your street address, and then your name over here, digital marketing expert. Or you can put, so this is the back, so in cases when someone wants to get to your address, you can just see it from here. So once you are done, you are certain you're comfortable with what you've designed, you can just come back and recheck everything. Maybe you want to change this photo, you can come back to upload, and then you can check and upload any photo of your choice. All right, so let's say this time around I'm uploading this photo. You can just drag and drop, double click to resize it, to reshape it so that it fits perfectly, and you can see it has just done that. So once you are certain with what you have, you can easily come to share and download it over here. You can just select the 2 pages now, because those are the pages that you want to download, and just go to your printer and print it front and back so you can cut it out to have your own. Start download, and you can see open with, because we downloaded in PNG, so that's why it has now given us 2 pages, 2 different images. Okay, but for better usage, better you download in PDF. All right, so you can just come over, or if you want to define the edges, you can as well define the edges so it can come out separate. So you can come to this place and just put in something like, come to elements, put something like line. You can see different kind of lines, straight line. You can see straight lines over here. So you can choose on any. Let's say we take something like this and paste. You can change the coloration to fit in, or you can change it to fit into the brand and make it kind of unique. I think I don't like this. Let's put the normal line. Okay, let's put this one. I think this one kind of looks cool. You have to change the color to something visible. All right, so you can see now it is visible. So you can just extend it from end to end so that you know it kind of fits. And then you can put this one also from here, and then you can drag it to the end. And maybe you can know that, yeah, this is, even though I don't like this. Or you can just come over to the main ones. You can just see all the shapes over here. I think the best one is take on normal line over here and just put it, and you can just drag it over here. You can change the color, something like this. Yeah, so when you zoom out, you can see it clearly. I think I don't like this. Select these two, and you can bring them closer down here, and you can bring this on also a little bit down so it fits. Okay, so I think this is this kind of looks cool. So you can copy this and paste it also on the other side, right? So you can see it, but then we have to bring this one, select this, and you bring them down a little bit. Right, so I think this kind of looks cool. So you can just go ahead, download it, but this time around not in PNG. You can do it in PDF print, so you can see it. So the 2 pages, you can just click on download, and you will have it for yourself. The 2 in PDF. Okay, so start download, and you can say open with. You can choose any browser or any application of your choice, and you can open with Phantom PDF. And you can see it just like that. Okay, so this is your business card. You can decide to print it and share it accordingly. So this is the first page, the cover page, or the front page. This is the back page, and you can just print it according to your design and cut it, and then you can use it as your business calendar, as your business card. You can do that also from here. You can change also this one. You can do the same thing, put your address, put everything. This one also is 2 pages. See the at the back of the page, and the bottom one, at the back one, and then you can see the front page. All you need is just to put your name, change the photo, come to photo uploads, and you can just come over here and just select that photo and just replace. Okay? So you can just easily replace, double click, and you can just bring it down a little bit, and you can see now it's perfect. So you can change your name and just download it accordingly, and you can use it as your business card. Okay, so this is about business card. Feel free to try it. Feel free to customize the content. Feel free to even redesign even the premium ones. You can just check and try based on the elements. Try to see how you can redesign them to kind of look the way you want them to look. Okay, so these business cards. So the next thing is how to design an invitation card to yourself, for your birthday, for your wedding, or for any event that's coming up. You want to invite your friends and family members. You can do that very easily on Canva. So you don't have to pay anyone to design it for you, and you can do it professionally. So the first thing is to still come to Canva website, and if you have a design, you want to design from scratch, you can just come to create a design, and you can check around and see if you can see anything related to what you want to design. For example, an invitation. You can see an invitation card of this square size. You can design something like that, or you can come to the custom size also if you have a given size in mind that you want to target for your design. Or if you don't have, you can come to search bar over here and just search invitation cards, and you can just hit on enter, and you can see multiple invitation cards with the default dimension that you can check and customize to your liking and use. For example, something like this might interest you to use for your content, or you can keep checking. You can see the one that is free. You can easily just use it and customize to your liking. You have the option to create a blank invitation card by just clicking on this if you want to, but then you can check from the available templates. You can see thousands of templates that can resonate, and you can easily send the message that you are targeting to your audience in the most fantastic way. So you can choose any one. For example, I think I kind of like this one, or let's say we go with something like this. It's free and it's available and it's eye-catching. You can see, you can just click it and you have it for yourself. So the first thing is you need to understand that all these are elements. You can easily change and customize them. So you can see you can drag and move the elements away or within. You can move it away, and you can change it also if you want. And you can change the content of the template. So for example, the wedding of Dr. Rashid, and you can just double click Dr. Rashid and Dr. Salamatu, right, or something like that. So you can just select and you can just minimize the sizing so that you can fit your content. So you put in the date. So let's say 5th May 2013. So you can see it. You can just customize it accordingly. Or if you don't want this, you can bring in another different element by just selecting and deleting this. So you have your plain card, and then you can come to the elements over here, and you can come to graphics. So you can see recently used. You can come to graphics over here, and you can see quite a lot of elements that you can use for your content. So you can click on something like this. If you want something like this, you can just resize it and you can put it at the top over here to just signify that this is your wedding, and then try to beautify it a little bit. You can check around and see some more. Maybe this flower can resonate with you. You can just click and just play around with it, maybe bring it to the side, and you can just customize it accordingly. You can reduce the sizing and you can put it at the edges. Put this one also at the bottom edge so that it kind of fits, and then you can bring in another flower if you want. There are a series of flowers you can see. So let's say we want to bring in this small edge. You can say magic recommendation. So you can see magic recommendations here, so many. So you can just pick on any one that you want to. For example, this, you can drag on this and drop, and you can mirror this one also. You can flip it, you can copy it and paste, and then you can flip it to the other side, vertical, or let's say horizontal, and then vertical. Okay, then you can move it here, and I think you can see the shape coming out already. So make sure they are fully aligned, and then you can put in anything at the edge. You can bring in this edge and put it, right? You can just bring it in and try to minimize it, and you can bring it to the top over here, and you can do copy and paste also. Copy and paste this, and you can flip it around as well. You can flip it around, or you can play vertical also. So you can bring it in over here and just put it. And I think it's now making much sense and it's coming out clearly. So you have the date. All you don't have is the time. So you can copy and paste, and you can put in 2 p.m. So you have this for yourself, and I think it's comfortably coming out and it fits in perfectly. If you want to put in any other thing, you can easily come in, check around and see what you can bring in and easily drag it in. If you have any other thing in mind, you can easily bring it in. So I think this kind of looks cool. You can just centralize this one. And once you are done, you can easily output it, or you can export. If you want also, you can design with other features, other magic recommendations as well. You can see them, series of them. So you can just select any of the flowers that you may like. So you can create a new page and you can bring in the flowers accordingly. You can bring in this one to serve as your mini wall. You can serve this. You can bring in another one, or you can bring the same one and try to flip it. All right. Flip it vertical and then bring it in down here, and you can see now the card is coming out. So you can use this flower somewhere here, and you can proceed to make your design very easily. You can bring in different kind of texts. I think I prefer something like, I reduce the size of this flower, and then you can go over here, copy the text, wedding of this, and you can copy and you come down here and paste it. Wedding of Dr. Salamatu, this, and Dr. Rashid and something. So you can customize this. You can change the background. So if you want to change the background, you can also select, or you can come to background over here and you can see a bunch of backgrounds that you can easily use. Okay, so you can check around until you get the one that is certain, you are certain is going to fit in your content or thereabout. So you can just keep checking until it gets to that particular background that you are targeting. Something like this I think can work. All right, I think now you can see the flyer, the invitation is now fully customized. And then I think this kind of looks nice and fantastic. So you can always check around and see if the design is okay. You can just come over to share and download. You can download the 2 pages, or you can download any one accordingly. So you said, let's say you download the 2, and you can just click on done. So once you are done, you can just easily download it accordingly and have it for yourself. This is basically how to design an invitation card using Canva and download it and use it for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. In this tutorial, I want to share with you how to design a logo from Canva. Okay, so you can design your own company logo or any kind of business logo or any kind of brand that you have. You can easily design your logo and output it using Canva. So let's come back to the Home tab, and you can just see logo, create blank logo if you want, or you can just go ahead and search for logos over here. Okay, you can search for logos, or if you have a specific dimension that you want to target, you can come over here and say create size, and you can give the size. Usually the custom logo size is 500 by 500. So you can just come over here, type for logo, and you can just hit on enter. You search for logo, and you can see different kind of logos over here, the ones that you can easily customize and use for your liking. So anyone you select, you can easily customize it, and you can see different signs. So let's say you can see them, a bunch of them, so many, depending on what you want to design. Okay, so you can just select on any of them, and then you can just customize to your liking. So let's say our company is Epic Mentorship, and we want to design something. So something like this, we click on this. So when you look at this template, okay, when you look at this logo template, you can see there are 4 pages of different logos depending on what kind of logo you want to design. So this is the first page, and you can see this is it. These are the elements, and you can see the second one. This is it, and these are the elements. And you can see the third one. This is it. These are the elements, and this is the arrangement entirely. So if you have any design of your choice, for example, my own case is Epic Mentorship, right? So you can just select this. Maybe you can select this and change it to Epic. Okay, once you hit out, it's going to make it circular. Okay, you can just select this also. You can put Mentorship, and once you hit out, it's going to make it circular. Epic Mentorship. Now this is not letter N, rather this is letter M. So you can kind of move these elements. You can see this is letter N and the element attached to it. So you can change this to maybe something like capital letter M to signify mentorship, and you can bring back this element and paste it, and you can see it just like so. And I think it kind of looks fantastic and nice. And you're free to change the coloration of this, maybe to something like this yellow or something like this one. You just stand out, and you can change the color of the letter as well to something else. So let's say we change it to something like this, and I think now it's getting interesting. You can just move this around and just paste it and just place it somewhere here. So this is mentorship, or you can do whatever you want with it. So you can see now this is mentorship, and this signifies the logo or something. And you can change the coloration of the other one as well. You can change this background color to something like this if you want. And you can change the Epic to something else also. Maybe something that can stand out. All right, I think black is good. If you want to try red also, you can try red, right? Epic Mentorship. You can try anything of your choice from here. And if you are not certain with this, you can come down to this one. You can just put it mentorship, and you can just extend, make it a bit bigger, and it accommodates everything. Now you can design anything. You can play around with this. If you want, you can change this to something else, or you can just change this to another thing. If you don't want this little element that strikes, you can bring in something. You can change it to something else. Maybe you have your own logo and you want to bring it in. So for example, I have my Epic Mentorship logo, this one, and I want to bring it in, or I want to bring in my university logo or something else. You can just come over and come to uploads, and you can see, for example, I have my logo over here. If you don't have, you're going to bring in another one, you can just design maybe something, an element or something. You can bring it in from you can upload from another drive or wherever you have it. If you have anything that you want that signifies your company, you can easily go there and pick it. So in my own case, let's say I'm going to use this one. Let's say I'm going to use this logo. I will just drag it and paste it. This is my university logo, Ahmad Bello University. So maybe I can delete this one, I can delete this. Then I can drag this and place it somewhere here. So for example, you can change this to something else, maybe naturally ahead. It's our motto, naturally ahead. So you can see, you can bring this down, and you can bring the logo down as well, and you can increase it to fit everywhere. And then you can change the font style also from here if you want. You can change it to something like this so it's easily readable, naturally ahead. naturally ahead. So this is a slogan that a graduate from this university is naturally ahead of any graduate in Nigeria, something like that. Okay, so this is how to design the logo. If you are certain, you can change this background also to something else. You can change it to something like this, or any color of your choice. You can change it to this. You can bold this. You can italize it if you want. You can use other features also if you want. You can unitalize it, and you can change the coloration to something else, maybe to something like this, or to a green color also. It's kind of perfect with the other one. So once you're certain, you can just download this, change it to any color. You can check around, and anyone that you're certain, for example, if I'm certain with this one, you can just go and click on share and then come to download PNG and select that particular one, this one, unselect all, and then select this one that you want to download, say done, and you can download it very easily. So this is your logo. So this is how to download from here. Or if you have a specific target, a specific size that you are targeting, you can easily do that. You can easily design that and output on your own. So if you have a specific target, for example, you can come back over here and you can come to custom size, let's say 400 by 400 pixels, and once you're done, you can say create design. So here you have your own specific design that you are targeting. Okay, so you have a specific design. So you can come all the way to, maybe you can come to background and you can choose any background, maybe something plain, and just drag this and drop. So you can come to elements again and check out something that can depict your company. So for example, this graphics, let's see all, something that can depict your company. So you can easily use that. You can see a lot of them, quite a lot of things that you can easily bring in and signify and use to signify your company. You can check on anyone, depending on which design, you can click to see all and see relevant things that you can bring in. So for example, I might take this small flower and just bring it in. Okay, you can change the coloration if you want, but I think red is good. So you can come over and change you can put some text. You can just bring it in and say epic mentorship. You can bring it down. And I think this kind of looks cool. If you have any other thing you want to add, you can just add. But for now, I think this is looking fantastic, and the size and everything. Except if you have another one, you can just, if you have another dimension or another element that you want to put, but I think this kind of looks fantastic for me. So you can change color maybe of this epic mentorship to something like this to stand out. And once you are setting with what you have, what you can see. Or if you like, you can bring in a circle. You can come to elements, a circle. Okay, so you can check in any of the circle. Maybe you can check something like this or something like this. It's transparent in nature. You can just click on it. You can just drop it here and you can just drag to make it fit to this content. So you can send this, you can change it, send it to back if you want. You can change it to middle, or you can reduce this size of this flower so that it fits in the content. You can just bring in this one. And maybe you can bring it to the top a little, and then you can fit in with this. All right, I think this kind of looks cool, and then you can put in this one. So if this is okay with you, you can change the coloration of this to maybe something like this so it stands out. And then if you are so okay with this and this signifies what you want, you can easily just download it as your own logo. Let's say we are going with the first page, you just click and you just download. So it has downloaded for you. Here it is. And you have your logo 400 by 400. This is about logos. You can design using anything. Once you have the element, you can just come over and use any kind of element of your choice, and you can easily design your logo if you know what you have in mind, if you know what you are targeting. Use these skills, use this method to design your logo at any point using this Canva. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So the next thing is how to design letterheads. So if you have your document, or you have a company, or you have your brand that you want to design a letterhead paper for it, instead of you to go and pay money and maybe receive, and they will waste your time and energy, and even you need it very fast and you don't know what to do, come to Canva. Okay, with Canva, you can design your letterhead very easily and fantastically in a very much faster way, an easy way, even using your own initiative and creativity. So all you need to do is to come to Canva and just come to the search bar over here and search for letterhead. So you want to have a letterheaded paper. So you can see letterhead of this size, of this sizing. You can see letterhead of this sizing, or you can see law firm letterhead, or different kind of letterheads. You can decide to see the suggested ones over here, or you can just go ahead and click on see all. This is going to bring you to all the templates that you have. You are free to use the existing ones, or you can design the one based on your own imagination and initiative using the free ones. I prefer to use the free ones and customize them to my liking using my own company brand or anything. Okay, so for now you can select anyone that you feel like you can reproduce, and you can just go ahead and reproduce it. For example, I think I like this one, and probably there's so many that you can use. Maybe most likely I can say I like this one, or let me see some more. Is this one also? I like it, and it's free. You just click and you can come on and just try to have a look, see the dimension, everything. The boxes have been there, the details of the company has been enabled, so you can just zoom out and you can see a sample letter. Okay, so you can see to who are you sending this, and then this is your address, your details, so your company details, and you can see your company name over here and the logo, and it fits in the brand between the color and the elements that you have them fit. So you can change everything according to your company. For example, you may want this to be something like this, and then you may want this to be something like red color, and then you can change this to red also to fit in the brand accordingly. You can change this also according to this one. You can change this to red, and you can change this one to the other brand, this one, and now it fits very nicely. You can go ahead and change this to any color of your choice. Maybe to go with the brand, you can change it to the text, this company name, to this one, so that it fits in perfectly. So you can change the logo as well to something of your choice. Maybe let's say flying bird. The elements, you can search for flying bird, and you'll be able to see something like this. I think I like this one. Or you can just drag and drop anyone for your choice. You just select and delete this, and you can bring this one, resize it to fit the location and all that. And once you get it to your test, you can change the color of the white to something like red, right? And of the red and the other color, you can change it from black to something like this. Will not make sense. Yellow also may not make sense. So let's try green. So I think it looks much better. So you can say this is your logo, and then this is the company. You can just double click and say Epic Mentorship. So you're free to do anything, to use anything of your choice. You can try to reduce the spacing. Okay, reduce the spacing and reduce the vertical spacing and horizontal spacing, and have it like this. So you can go ahead and type to who are you sending. You can just copy this and paste, or you can come to who. You can just double click and just start writing to Department of Physics, for example, or you can give the name of the person. Just drag Aliyu Shehu. Okay, so you just put the details of him, and then this is your address. You put your phone number and everything, and then you can put maybe a heading from here, and then you can put the message, and then you can put sincerely, your signature. You can just drag your signature and put it. You can delete this one, drag your signature and just put it just like so, and you can resize it and paste it somewhere here, and then you can put your name here. All right, so these are just examples. All right, so a general manager, you just put other details from here, the company and all that. So I think this kind of looks fantastic and cool, and you can just try to use it for your own company at any given point. I think I don't like this red anymore, so maybe I use something like blue. It's maybe much better. I can change it to blue. Yeah, I think it may kind of look nice with blue. All right, so you're free to just play according to your brand and change it accordingly. Put the message, and once you're done, you can download, or you can just make sure you add in the other pages. So this is the introductory or the company initial page, okay, general page, And then you can add the pages from other details. You can even scan and bring it in and just paste it over here. So you have a uniform message. And then at any given point, you can just download the document and just sign or and print it or and share with your fellow company mates. So you can do the same on this one. You can just edit everything, change it to anything, to any color of your choice. You can change this to this blue color. You can change this one also to this blue color. And then you can change the company logo. Also, if you want, you can come to the elements and you can go over here and search for different kind of things. Maybe you can search for books and then you can choose anyone and you can use it as your own logo, something like that. So maybe you can choose anyone, any book. Maybe you can say this one, you can just drag it and drop. You can delete this one and then you can just minimize it. Undo this, you can minimize and take it to this point. You can zoom out so that you can see it clearly what you are doing, and then you can just minimize this and try to fit it to the location. Okay, so you can change the coloration so that it fits in perfectly. So let's say you put something like this to fit in with the line colors, so on. So you can put your details over here. Because you can put your details accordingly. And you can put to whom you are sending. This is Dear Brand Manager. You can put your details and everything and sign. And then you can put your name over here and everything. So depending, you can also download this in PDF. Just go ahead and just download just like so. After you edit everything, you can just go ahead, download in PNG or in PDF, preferably in PDF or PDF standard, and just download just like so. And you have your letterhead paper that you can edit at any given point and anytime for free. You can see it over here, well designed with all the features over here, fantastically done. So this is about letterhead. You may want to design your own afresh. You can also do that if you want. If you have the details, you can just come to create a blank letterhead and you can just come over and play around with the elements and maybe import your logo and then try to design it accordingly. For example, if I may want to design my own from maybe my own university, I can just come, maybe use this ABU logo, drag and drop it and resize it, and then maybe I can zoom this out so I can see clearly, and then you can use the text features. Okay, you can just start typing Amadou Bello. Alright, so you can just select this and try to reduce the sizing and take it up and take this up a little bit, and you can bring it down, maybe copy and paste, and maybe you can give a department name, Department of Civil Engineering, Ahmad Bello University. So you just select and reduce the sizing, then maybe you can change the brand coloration to something like this. Maybe the university might take a different color. Then you can bring in some elements, maybe lines. You can change the color to something like green and then bring it down and you can put the details. You can centralize this if you want, and then you can just continue to play around with it. So this is it. So you can make this a little bit bigger. Civil Engineering, Ahmad Bello University area. Then you can duplicate this and make this Nigeria. Then you can maybe come over here and just come to text again and maybe put in phone number, maybe phone. Okay, and then you can make this very small and you can drag it maybe and drop it somewhere here. You can zoom out. So maybe you can look for font sign. You can come to elements and say, and you can type phone. Alright, so you can see font sign. You can just drag and drop this, and you can just minimize it to something very small, and then you can put it over here, make it smaller, and then it signifies your phone number. You can change the color also to something else. You can change the color from black to something like red. So if you want, you can put email address as well. So you can select this, copy and paste, and then you can move it here. You can call this, for example, email address. So maybe you can put abu.edu. hod@abu.edu.ng, maybe HOD Seoul or thereabout, so something like this. But then you have to, let's say we take this logo up a bit, and then you bring this here, and then we want to put an email sign, something like internet. Okay, something like internet sign, and then you can just bring it in. So something like this, you can just drag and drop, and then we can just minimize it to something very small, drag it and drop it here, change the coloration to red. So you can see now this is email address, and once you zoom out, you'll now be able to see that the coloration is coming out, the letterhead is coming out. But then you can change the background also if you want. You can put some elements, you can go back to elements and just put in shapes, right? You can search for shapes, or you can just still go back, you can come back to elements and search for shapes. You can see different shapes. You can just select one and just bring it in. You can just minimize, put it here. You can just drag over here, drag this one up. Also, you can change the color of this, and then you can change it to something like this or something like this. Yeah, okay, I think this kind of looks cool. But then the opacity of the coloration, you can decrease the transparency and make it a little bit lighter, right? So you can see now it's much better. You can copy and paste the same shape and just bring it down here and change the coloration so it came out fully fit. So you can change it to something like this and play around with the coloration and make it a bit darker. Okay, so this is your letterhead, and you're free to just start writing anything on your own. So once you're done, you're satisfied with it, you can just output it. Or if I think I'd rather make this white, things looks much better. All right, so you can just start writing anything. You can just bring in some text box and start writing. You can start writing whatever you want in here, and you can start writing maybe with another heading. So maybe you can just bring it here. Over here you can have your date, 5th May 2022, for example, and just reduce the size. And you can follow up and do all your things just like the way you will have it in a normal letter. So this is basically how to do it. Once you're done, you can just easily come over and download. You're free to play around with your creativity. You can say PDF and just download it over here. You can just download very easily. All right, so you can see it very nicely done. So this is about letterhead in Canva. Okay, how to design letterhead from templates and from afresh, using your own creativity. You can use your creativity to design for anything. So feel free to try it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Another very important capability of Canva is in your ability to design resumes and CVs, curriculum vitae for yourself. So you can use standard formats, standard templates to design your resume in the most perfect way that you can think about. You can have perfect design that can fit very well for you, and it will be very impressive if you can have your CVs arranged or designed in this format. Canva is your friend when it comes to free design of resumes for your professional career or anything. So all you need to do to design a very fantastic resume is to come to canva.com and just come all the way to the search bar over here and just search resumes, and you can see a bunch of templates that you can easily customize to your liking. You can see some of them very nicely prepared. You don't even have to worry about the coloration, the sizing. Everything is prepared in the most appropriate way you can think about. In some cases, you even have the letters, the continuation of it. Some you have more than one page, so you can see more than one content as regards the CV. So it puts in everything. Okay, everything that you need is already included in the design. All right. So all you need to do is to select anyone that you want to work on and see what you can do to kind of customize it to your liking, to fit in. And in some cases, even you can find application letters that you can customize to your liking or to depending on what kind of message you are trying to, depending on what kind of company you are targeting, or do they have any specific format for CV design or anything, you can easily use it. So let's say we want to go with something like, let's select something simple and interesting. Let's say we want to go with something like this. We can just open it somewhere and you can see it very easily. You can just go ahead, because as you hover over the whole resume, you will understand that all of these are elements that you can easily customize to your liking. Okay, and you can check out other ones as well that are also free. This one even includes free application letter that you can customize. So let's say you want to customize this. All you need to do is to start by zooming out so you can see it clearly, and then you can come and change your name. For example, you can say Abdul Rashid, and then you can just increase this to fit the content, and you can just put this Said, for example. So you can put what you do, and then you can put your own mission and vision or overall mission. So let's say we can put something like a self-motivated individual, self-motivated and target-oriented professional with exceptional goal setting and time management strategies. So you can put this as something like your overall mission, and then you can change this photo and put in your photo. You can put your experience, put in the date, maybe 2016 to 2019. In my own case, let's say 2013 to date. Let's say to date. I am a lecturer, university lecturer, till this date. Okay, so you can put in the details, other details, for example, responsibility and the company, and then from 2019 to present, what do you do? And then you can re-edit your contact details over here. You can see the way they are well designed. You can just click to just edit and put in your contact, for example, just like so, 234, 235 or anything, 34, 646. 12, something like that. Okay, so you can put in your email, you can put in your website if you have any, you can put in even your home address if you have any, right? So this is about this side. Then you can change your photo. You can come to your uploads. You can upload a fresh photo, or you can put in any professional photo that you think can kind of fit in correctly. So let's say we put in this picture of Ian Liu. He is the current president of Ipo Toastmasters Club. So let's drag and drop him as someone. Although this is Abdul Rashid, so let's just put Ian's photo. I like the photo, so let's just put it as an example, because we put enough of my photo, so better we use another different photo. Okay, just to promote. All right, so you can see we just double click and we readjust it, and now I think it's perfect. So you can change the element color behind, okay, so that it can fit in and give us another color. So for example, instead of white, we can put in something like this, so it gives us another different coloration. Okay, I think this one kind of looks okay for me, so we can take this. And then down here you can check your education, 2014 to 2011 to 2014. So all you need to do is to just put in your education accordingly. So let's say 2013 to 2016. I was in Ahmadu Bello University. Okay, so here I can put I was doing Masters of Science, right? So you can put your details just like so. You can just edit everything 2016 to whichever date. What degree are you also acquiring? So you can come to your skills over here. So all you need to do, you can say skills acquired, good communication skills. You can put in. You can just double click and you can increase or decrease the percentage accordingly. The percentage right now is 85. You can reduce or you can increase it to maybe 90, 96 accordingly. So digital marketing tool, you can just increase or decrease accordingly. All right, you can just customize this. Let's say 92 also. And then you can have trend forecasting. You can increase or decrease just like so. And if you want, you can equally copy and paste, and then you can put in the same. You can copy and paste. So it's something like duplicate. You can just duplicate this, and you can bring this down a little. so that it accommodates that. So you can just double click and say maybe listening abilities. All right, so you can have listening abilities, and you can double click and then increase or decrease the content accordingly. So you can make it lightweight or just the normal one. You can increase or decrease the weight of it. You can make it bigger or the smaller one. I think I kind of much prefer this number 5. So you can just make it number 5. So it's now fit and everything is now set. So you can add as many skills as you want. Okay, so this is page 1. See the arrangement. You can play around with this color also to change it according to your brand, how you want it, exactly according to your own brand. You can change it to something else until it fits into your brand. Okay, whatever is your brand, you can just change it to fit. So once you zoom out, you can see now the complete resume. So you can change this one also if you want to something else. You can make it something like this. I think it's now looking kind of professional. You can change anything accordingly. So once you are done, you can enter the second page. You can add the second page, and maybe this is what you want. You may want to duplicate this so that you can have the arrangement just like so. But if you cannot duplicate, you can easily use the ruler. You can enable the ruler and continue with your arrangement. So you can enable the ruler and you can drag and drop the ruler so that you can have the exact dimension that this is divided just like so. And you want to change the coloration of this side to this very color, so you can change it if you want. Okay, so right now it changed everything. So let's try to put in an element. So you drag and drop. So change the color of this. You can see the way it is arranged. You can just drag it to the bottom here, and you can just make sure it is being arranged accordingly. So you can zoom out so you can see it clearly. All right, so it snaps. So all you need to do is to select and come and change the color to something like this, and now you are back to, you can now zoom out, and then you can go ahead and put the other details. For example, you can just complete this. For example, you might want to copy some of these key details and just copy, and then you can come down here and put things like you can paste, you can drag, and you can put things like your experience, or let's say list of publications. You can have your list of publications just like so, maybe arranged here. You can have all of them arranged, and then you can have another one. Let's say we can copy this again and paste, and then maybe you can have it as volunteer activities. All right, so you can copy and paste also and do something, or you can bring in another different text and maybe put, and you can just select and copy and paste, and then you can drag and maybe say list of referees. Okay, so these are list of your referees. You can just list them over here. So this is how you can keep putting the details of your, you can put in list of conferences attended, list of papers, journal papers published, list of anything that you want. You can keep putting, and then you can put other details as well, extracurricular activities, your hobbies, and all that. So you can put it accordingly. So once you are done, you are satisfied with the CV or with the curriculum, with the resume, you can easily export it accordingly. You can easily export it to your computer. So all you need to do, once you are done, you are satisfied, you can come to share. Over here you can download, and you can, instead of PNG to be downloading them separate, this time around you go and download in PDF. This is PDF print, and it's going to be the 2 pages that you have designed, and then you say done, and once you say done, it's going to process it, and you can just come to download over here and to start downloading it. So it's very, very easy to customize or redesign your CV. You can just say start download, and you can say open folder, and you can see it over here. So you just double click to open, and you can see your resume clearly, even though it's Ian Liu, but it's Saptoreshi. All right, so this is it. Highly professional, very good resolution and all that, very fantastically done. You can see it, very nicely done. So this is about writing or developing resume using Canva. At any given point, you may wish to change the naming over here, the name of the document you are working on. So you can just double click and say Rashid CV. Okay, you can just click and it's going to save this as Rashid CV. So that's the name that it is going to take. So be mindful of this. Anytime you're working, you have to put in the name of that folder very easily, so easily you can refer to it. Okay, so this is about resume, how to design or develop your resume from Canva. The next thing is how to design a photo book or a photo album for your family, for your friends, for your personal use, just to create a memory of yourself or of an event that you've participated, or of your wedding or a naming ceremony or anything. So Canva provides that for you very easily, and you can use their templates to kind of design a photo book, or you can design it on your own and use a lot of animations to play it. Okay, so let's try to see how you can do photo book in Canva using templates. So you just come to the search bar and just search for photo book, and you can see photo book of this dimension or of this dimension or of this dimension, depending on your choice. So let's go with the bigger dimension, and you can see quite a number of them, but though some of them are quite paid. But you can just, as you hover over any of them, you can see the design, the different design. As you hover over it, you can see the photos coming out, and you can easily use them or to customize it to your liking and put in your photos also. Like this one is free. There's quite a lot of them that you can see that are very free that you can use. This one also is a family one. It's a free one also. You can easily use it and customize to your liking. I kind of like this one also. It looks fantastic. I like the brand, and it's a family one, and it's free also. See the color, it's very nice. So you can just select on any. So let's say we are selecting this one, and you can see all in all it's 22 pages. You can see all the photos are there, so you can just easily replace with your own family photo. Maybe you can just come over to your elements and just search for family photo, because this Canva is connected with Pexels and Pixabay and all that. You can easily find family photos, or you can easily find free photos that you can use without any copyright issue. Here you can find it very easily. So you can just select any if you like. Maybe this is about a trip that you went. You can just drag and drop, and you can just hit on this, and you can resize it and make it much better. So you can say the season, maybe the trip to Zanzibar. Maybe you travel to Zanzibar with your wife or thereabout. You can play around with the elements, these flowers. You can change them to customize to your brand or to your liking, and you can change the color of this background as well. And you can increase this size to make it a little bit bigger if you want. It all depends on your choice. Okay, so you can go to the next page. This is also a family photo, and you have your own photo. For example, doing something together, you can just easily drag and drop, and you can see it coming out just like that. Maybe this comes out in video format, and we don't want to include a video, so we can undo this, because this is a video. As you hover over, you will see it. So maybe you can drag, and this is and drop. This is a photo. This is another moment. Maybe this is another moment that you're going to capture. You can just easily drag and drop, and you can easily customize, increase the size. Don't worry about the flower. You can find another location for it. You can just increase the size, bring the flower down here, or you can bring it to the top here and make it a bit smaller. All right, you can make it smaller, and can undo this. Can make it smaller and put it at the top, and bring this one also to the bottom. So depending, it's all your test. Okay, depending on what kind of test you have, you can easily play around with this, make meaning out of it. So you can go to the next page. So this one contains 3 pages. You can just come on and just be dragging and dropping the photos accordingly. So you can just drag and drop photos. So you can see photos, and you can see quite a number of them. You can easily customize and just drag and drop. Maybe this one, if you don't have any from here, or you want to bring in any, you can easily bring that also from your, and double click also and centralize and make sure you capture the right faces, and you can just go ahead and just drag and drop any. Showcases happiness and something. If you don't have, or you can go to the next one and you want to upload a different one, you can just go to the normal method, come to upload, and you can navigate around. You go to anywhere you can see anything, any picture, maybe something serious. Maybe you want to add this photo, it's already there, but maybe you want to upload it as a new photo and just bring it in. You can see it is coming. Once it is uploaded, you just drag and drop. You can double click and resize it to fit in, and you can drag and drop this one as well. Double click to fit in the content, and then you can drag and drop this one. Maybe you can put this photo or thereabout. If you have any story that you may want to add, you can just come over. You can collapse this and you can enable it also if you want by clicking on anything to come back. So if you want to add any story to this or to this or to this, or at any given point, you can still come to text and maybe drag any story that you want to add. Maybe you can say the speaking moment, and select it, change the coloration to something like white, it becomes clear, something like that. Okay, so you can see it very clearly. So you can go to the next one and you can keep editing accordingly. You can keep editing. This one comes with a story. You can see daddy's boy, you can just edit. You can see mom's number one, fine. You can just edit and put your content and put anything you want. And you can add the page. You can add the page in between by just coming to the three dots, and you can add new page or duplicate a page or delete a page or add transitions as you move from one image to another. So you can play around with the transitions as well. You can add a given transition and you can see different transitions. You can put none, or you can put dissolve and move to the next one. Just simply dissolve, or you can slide just like so, or you can do circle wipe just like so, or you can do line wipe just like so, or you can do match and move just like so. So this is how to add transitions to your image within the font, the photo book. So you can just go ahead and keep editing, keep adding content, keep adding description, keep adding things that can keep the memory alive and fresh. Okay, until you are done, you can just come all the way here and just download the PDF version. Just click on download. You can come to PDF, just PDF standard, and then you can just click on download to download the whole 22 pages of your document. So let's try to download and see. All right, so it's about 20 megabytes. So you can see it has just downloaded. So let's try to see the quality and everything at a place. So you can see it over here. You close this, you can see your photo book done just like so, very easily. You can just navigate and keep seeing the photos just like so, and we're refreshing memory just like so, and you can see all the things that you put, including the description, the daddy's boy, the mom number one fan, and thereabout. So you can see everything as you put it. So you can put this, you can share it with your friends, you can do all sort of things with it. So Canva is your friend when it comes to graphic design or anything digital content that you want to design. Come to Canva and you find your answer to the questions that you have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. In this video tutorial, we are going to cover how to design virtual background for Zoom, for your Zoom meeting, okay, Zoom application. We are going to learn how to design virtual background for your Zoom application, okay. So if you're having a Zoom meeting and you want to change your background from the background that it used to be, you can easily come to Canva and it will give you the exact dimension that you are looking for your own Zoom background. So for example, let's start our Zoom application. And let's try to start a virtual meeting, and let's see new meeting, and then let's see how we can bring in a new a background into our meeting. So usually when you start your meeting, you can enable use video. Okay, so let's say we are using video. So this is me with no background, but I want to put in a background on this so that it can make it kind of look professional. Even if someone is moving behind me or my background is not well prepared, no one is going to see it, or no one is going to notice it, and it's going to look kind of professional at the whole meeting. So all you need to do is to come to stop video here and this small arrow at the top, and just click and just choose virtual background, and you can see a lot of backgrounds over here. But you don't know what is their sizes, okay? What exactly is the background size of the background image? But as you hover over any background image, you will see the sample coming out just like so. You can change it to any sample. It could be a video, it could be an image, depending on your choice. So let's say at this point we select this, or you want to add a new one, you want to bring in a new one, a new design. Okay, so you can do that very easily with Canva. So let's go back to our Canva and design a background for our Zoom meeting. So let's minimize this and let's bring it down Then we can just come to our Canva. If you know the design size, you can just go ahead and say custom size. But if you don't know, you can just come to say virtual zoom virtual background, and you see it over here coming. So zoom virtual background, you can see the sizing is 1280 by 720. So you just click on it and it's going to search within the templates and show you a new one, a range of templates. So you can see quite a number of them, plenty designs that you can easily customize and use them for your liking. You can even start from a blank zoom virtual background. They've already set the sizing accordingly for you to just start learning and just start customizing. So you can design your own from a blank sheet, or you can choose from any of the available ones, and then you can just customize to your liking. So usually I like to choose from the available ones. Like this one is free. You can just click and to just bring you to a fresh page. All right, and you can see it over here. It's just here. So you can change anything that you want, and you can bring in anything that you want. For example, I may want to bring in a logo. You just click on this and just navigate. If you want to upload any logo, or if you have any, let me say I have my Toastmasters logo, I can just drag and drop it inside, and then maybe I can resize it and fit it here, and then maybe you can change this text to something. All right, public speaking engagement. If you like, you can reduce this small arrow. You can just reduce the size a little, and you can make sure the arrow, the angle is 90 degrees, so it stays straight. So you can see now everything is set. If you want to change or play around with the coloration, you can also, you can select, okay, these are 3 colors objects, so you can see the 3 colors. You can play around with any of them. If you just want to change any, you can just select it, and you can see you have changed this one. You can select the other one, and if you want to change it to something else, maybe you can just go ahead and change it. And you can see you are playing around with the color, and you can change this background. Other one, this is plain white. Usually these are small elements that they are joined together to give this coloration. So you can just click and just change this to any color if you want. But I think I prefer it the way it was, even though I think it kind of looks cool, but let's try to give it another look. Yeah, this is kind of better. Okay, so you can design this as your own logo. If you want to add any text, you're free to add any text from anywhere. But I think keeping it simple makes it much more professional. Okay, so you can keep it simple. Maybe this is okay, and this is the dimension. You can just come over, click to share, and come to download. Select the PNG and just say download over here. You can see it has just downloaded. You can just click to have a sample look. Okay, so this is your virtual background that you've just designed. Okay, so you can close this, and maybe you can come back to your Zoom meeting, and maybe you may want to change the background. Just choose a background. You can come to this plus sign and you click to add an image. Let's see how it's going to fit on our dimension. So you can see the one we just downloaded. You can click on open, and you can see it has just changed the image background very nicely, and you can see it very fantastically. So you can see our background has been changed into something much better with the Toastmasters logo and this write-up. And if you can customize to any write-up, but the key thing is this is where you get the right sizing, and this is where you get the exact dimension, and maybe you can play around with the graphics as you so wish according to what you want to do. So this is about Zoom virtual background. I hope to see you in the subsequent videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about today is how to use Canva to design your graphs. You can customize graphs of your choice and then use it for your content. So to start with, you just come to your search bar also and search for graphs. There are different kind of graphs. There is bar charts, there is line charts, there is histogram, and thereabout. Okay, so you can check different kind of graphs. But let's say we'll go with graph in general. So using the grapher. So you can start a fresh graph from here, or you can check accordingly to any graph of your choice that you feel like can depict what you want to put in your content. You can change different kind of flow charts and all other sort of graphs. So let's say as you move, you can see this sort of bar chart. Okay, so you just click on it and we can see the bar chart coming up. Okay, so this is it on a separate sheet. Once you just click on the chart, You just double click on the chart, you can see the features coming out. Once you click on the graph, you can see the features coming out. This is the items, item 1, item 2, item 3, and you can change them accordingly. This is option 1, option 2, option 3, and these are the series, the data in the series. This is data series 1, this is series 2, and you can check, go ahead and see series 3, and you can even add more data if you want, so depending on your choice. So once you just select anyone, you can just play around with the value. And maybe instead of 10 here, you can put 50, and you can see it has affected the whole thing. It has changed the whole thing, and then you can make this maybe 35 or 25 or thereabout. You can see it has changed. This is series 2, item 2, and you can see you can change this one or this one to maybe 16 or thereabout, and you can see it has changed it. So depending on what you want to play around with, you can easily edit the data accordingly, or you can do it individually as well. You can just select and change it to maybe this is 10,000. All right, you just change it just like so, and you can change it accordingly. You can clear the data and put in another one, and you can change the bar chart. You can make it a graph of X versus Y or thereabout. Okay, management practices to improve. You can put any description from here, and you can change this to maybe week 1, and maybe this is week 2, and maybe this is week 3. So depending on your message and your brand, you can change the coloration from here. You can just select and change the color to anything of your choice. You can insert blue, or you can change this also to any color of your choice. Maybe this is the normal color. You can insert black and change this also to any color of your choice, maybe this one, and then you can easily bring it out and you can download it accordingly. So another thing that I want to show you is, once you are on the graph, you can come to settings over here, and you can show legends if you want. You can see the legends at the bottom showcasing the colors that you are dealing with. When this time around, you have to click to change the coloration of whatever you are targeting. You can enable legends. You can show labels if you want. You can see the labels coming out, item 1, item 2, item 3. This is a series of a thing, but I think the labels at this point may not be that important. You can show grid lines, or you can unshow them. Okay, show or unshow, you can see them. And you can plot columns as series or plot rows as series. You can change it accordingly. You can change it to columns or to rows according to your message. So whatever you have, you can play around with it. We can see other charts also from here. Okay, you can see other types of chart, like the people graph containing gender and all that. So once you click on this, you can see it's going to open. And this is another type of chart that works collaboratively with the female and male percentage thereabout. This is the gender chart, so you can click on it and to have an idea from the table. So this is the range. Okay, so you can give it any definition. You can change this to any value, maybe it's 19 or thereabout, and once you hit, you can see it is changing. The age range, the name range, okay, from 18 to 21, 21 to age range from 18 to 21, 21 to 30, 31 to 35, 45 and above. You can see the female, number of female, and number of male. Maybe this is 10. You can just adjust it and say this is 10, and then you can see. You can change the brand coloration as well on all the cases. You can change on this one, and you can see you can change it to anything of your choice, but I think the previous one is much better. You're free to change it accordingly. Click and you can change this one. You can change it to something like this, and now it's much more visible. And you can change this also to something like that, so it becomes visible, so you can see it. And you can go ahead and play around with the other changes as well. You can change this chart the label. You can double click and change it to maybe gender variation, and you can select and reduce the sizing to anything. And I think you can change the background coloration either to white or to something much better, so it becomes much clearer, and you can see your graph. Depending on your content, depending on your message, you can easily come here and customize something to mean something according to your message. So you can easily play around with the charts, with the table. You can clear the data. You can link this with your Google Sheet. You can link them and can play around with the features as well. So there are a bunch of things that you can play around with over here. Let's try to see if we can find some line graphs. So in our search, you can see we have some line graphs that are free, but the paid ones also you can try to redesign if you want. So we can see this one is a line chart. So we'll try to click on it. And let's see, you can just change the heading accordingly. You can just change it and maybe make it marketing report. All right, so January 2022. And you can see once you click on the graph, you have access to the table. You can delete any table of your choice, any row. You can select and delete any row, or you can change the values accordingly. Maybe this is 50. You can see it has changed everything. You can play around with it just like we've explained. You can enable the legends if you want from here, and you can see the legends at the top. You can show the plot horizontal or plot columns as series, anyone you want. And you can play around with the brand also. You can change it according to your own personal brand, and everything is going to be changed accordingly. So once you change it, you can give the image a background. You can change the background to something that can fit. Yeah, this kind of looks cool. And from here, I think I prefer this. You can easily come over and click on download, and you can download it very, very easily. You can just download. This is this line graph. You can go back to this other bar chart and just click and just download in PDF. Okay, share, and then you can download. You can make it in PDF, or you can go to PNG or JPEG. Let's say PNG. Just click to download. Now downloading, and you can come to the other one, the other bar chart also. You can just easily come over here and download it very nicely and fantastically, and you can insert it to your document very easily. So you can see this first one, downloaded the bar chart, and you can see the clarity and everything. So you can just copy it and paste it on the other document or any other document that you want to put, depending on your story. So you can check this other one as well. You can see it very clearly. You can just copy it also and paste it in your Microsoft Word document or in your presentation, or wherever you have the document that you want to present. So this is about graphs. Feel free to try it. Feel free to customize it to anything of your choice. You can equally clear the data and put your data, like I said. Okay, so feel free to experience it and see what you can do with graphs in Canva. Okay, next we are going to look at how to design invoices for your company. Okay, so like I said, Canva is an all-in-one platform where you can design virtually anything. Just depends on your creativity and what you have as your target design that you want to come out with. So for example, the first thing you need to do once you are on your Canva website is you can create a design. Come to create a design if you have an idea of what you want to create. In our own case, we want to create an invoice. You can go with the default version, okay, default sizing of 21 by 29.7 centimeter, which is the default one. Or if you have a size in mind, a particular size dimension that you want to design an invoice with, you can just come to custom size, and you can specify the width, the height, and the units. Is it in pixel, inches, or millimeter or centimeter? Accordingly, you can just specify easily. Once you specify, you can click on create to start your design immediately. But the best method, or the best one that comes in with lots of templates and already made sizing, is you can just come to the search bar over here and just search for invoices, and you can just hit on enter and start. So once you are over here, you have more than 2,000 templates of invoices, different types from different companies. You can create a blank invoice from here by just clicking on this if you want to start afresh and create your own blank invoice. Or if you want to work with the existing ones, you can check around to see which one is free and which one can suit your company and what you want to do entirely. So let's say you just select, you just check around, and you find the one that is the most interested to you, or the one that really fits in your company and you want to use it. For example, I might go with something like this because it's kind of easy to use and easy to comprehend content. You can just click, and it's freely available. You can just click on it and you can see it very nicely prepared. Okay, you can change the content of it. You can replace the content and the coloration even, and make it according to your company brand. So when you zoom in a little bit, you can see clearly the content. So you have the invoice, you can put your logo, company logo, and everything, and you can put in issued by, you can put your name over here. So as you hover over the elements, you can see they're editable. There are things you can change and just customize them and make them your own. and then you can output it very easily. So you don't have to worry about dimension and everything, and positioning also. So this is an invoice. You can see invoice number. You can maintain this number, or you can put in a fresh number according to your company marketing strategy, and you can put in the date, and then you have the issued to, or you just put the name of the person that this invoice is issued to. For example, Dr. Kala Usman. So if you have a particular brand that you are targeting, you can easily change the coloration to fit that brand. For example, this one, you can change this one also to fit your brand, and you can go ahead and change the content. So you can increase, you can put in the numbering. For example, you can just copy this and paste. Let me zoom a little bit. You can just copy in and paste, copy and paste, and you have the third numbering. You can just make sure they are aligned. So you can put this one as number 3, and then you can copy this also and paste. All right, and just make sure they are aligned. As you hover, as you move or drag and move, you can see the alignment sign. You can see once they are aligned, you can just put, and maybe you can put this one as television or something else, and then you can put the quantity by just copying on this and pasting, and you can just rearrange it and put the quantity, maybe it's 3, and you can put the amount, the price, you can align as well, and then you can put the amount, maybe this is 250 or thereabout. And then you can put the subtotal from here. You can just copy, or you can come over the same way, copy and paste, and then you can align them, and you can put it, this is 750, and then this comes down to 3,000. Okay, so you can just come down here and put your 3,000 over here, and your document is nearly set, $3,000. So you can come down here and put payment information, the bank name, the account number, or thereabout. So once you put in the bank name and account number, you generated the invoice, one can easily go and pay. Okay, who is in charge? Are you the finance manager or the finance chair or something, or someone in charge of transactions? You can put your rank accordingly here. You can change the signature by deleting, and you can come into your upload. If you have uploaded a signature, you can easily use, like mine, I have uploaded. So you can just drag and drop it, and you can just resize it to fit in the location or thereabout. You can just see it very nicely done. You can fix it just like so, and then you can zoom out to have a clear view of the entire thing. If you have a logo, you can easily put, or if you want to put some elements, other elements, you can easily bring them in. For example, you may want to put in some shapes, or you want to put in some frames. So maybe you want to drag this and drop and put in a frame of your company or thereabout. Okay, so you can just easily drag and drop this as a frame, and then you can put maybe the logo of your company or something that can signify your company. All right, so you can maybe drag and drop this into this frame to signify your company or something. Okay, or you can put your logo, or you can put the company name or thereabout. Anything that you want to play around with, you can easily change it to suit your brand. So this is the invoice. If you are certain you are comfortable with what you have, you can easily come over here and click on share, and you can come to download over here, and you can specify what file format do you want. Is it PNG? Is it JPEG? Just like we have shown in other videos. And once you're certain you want PNG, this is the suggested, you can just click on download, and it's going to download your invoice for you. Okay, so you can customize it and make everything empty. For example, all these features, all these descriptions, you can make it empty. The quantity, you can make it empty, and then the pricing also, you can make it empty if you want to use it on a hard drive. So this on hard copy. So now you have finished, but if you want to generate it on soft copy, you can do that easily, free of charge. All you need to do is just to be duplicating the page, and you can just put in your details, and you can just send it to the customer. So you can see you have just downloaded it over here, and you can just easily send it to your customer directly. So this is about invoices and how to generate them using different methods. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. The next feature, which is what I consider one of the most important feature of Canva, is presentation. Okay, so you can design your slides and present it from Canva website directly to any of your presenters, or to any platform. You can easily design your presentation, and you can share the link, and people with those links, with the link, can easily log in and watch your presentation live as you are delivering it. So it's very possible in Canva to design different kind of presentation, different kind of formats of presentation. Okay, so you can see as one of the key features is presentation. Once you click on presentation over here, you can see you have the range of presentation formats, different kind of presentation you can present. You can have the 16:9 format. You can have talking presentation where you have your talking head while you present directly on Canva. And you have your mobile first presentation. You can present from a mobile phone. You can present with using 4:3 format, or you can do brainstorm presentation also, or you can do game presentation, and many more depending on what you want and depending on what kind of presentation you have. So you can see a bunch of templates over here from the presentation 16:9 or talking presentations or mobile first presentation. You can see the sample templates. But for now, for this tutorial, we want to pay attention to presentations, the normal presentation, which is 16:9, which is mostly what happens in our PowerPoint presentations. So you can, by clicking on presentation 16:9, you can see a range of templates over here. As you hover over any template, you will be able to see the kind of design it has. For example, you can see this one has 19 slides, and you can see the different slides as you hover over them. So what I usually do actually is I can take from one slide to another, and then, or from one document to another, and then look through and see which of the design mostly fits into what I want. Which of the slides actually can give me what I want, and I can easily transfer it or copy it and paste it within a given slide that I'm designing. So for example, let's say we select this hello, because you can see the slides. Okay, as you can see as we hover over, you can see this slide. This one also, you can see it's 10 pages. This is like a business presentation. You can just select it, and let's have an idea by just opening it in a different tab. And you can see this one also is about 13 pages. You can try to right click and open, and you can see, let's try to check around. So you can see this is business plan presentation. Write the topic here. Okay, so you can just go ahead and write your topic, and you can see the pages. Okay, the entire presentation, one of the most important thing to pay attention to is it is designed according to your brand. Okay, so you can change it to your brand. You can design it in accordance with your brand, so you can easily use it and you can customize and play around with it very passionately. So this is the first plan, or this is the first slide. You can easily customize it. You can change the content. This is business plan presentation, or business presentation, business strategies presentation. You can just increase it, and you can have it just like so. If this is not your brand, you can easily select the elements and change the coloration accordingly. Okay, so you can easily select and come to color, and you can change it to any color of your choice to fit in your brands or thereabout. So you can just easily select, click out. You can zoom in to see it clearly. Right, so you can have an idea of what you are dealing with, and at any given point you click, you can see you can change this color to something else, maybe to this color or thereabout. You can easily play around with the coloration and change it accordingly, according to your brand, and you can change everything. You can redesign it according to your brand. Okay, so you can put the title over here, moving to mastery or something like that, and then you can put your name by so person. So you can put your name over here, and you can see Dr. Rashid. So you can see it. You can just make sure it is fully aligned, and you can kickstart your presentation. Okay, so you can go to the next slide, and you can go on and present. You can check on the other ones. Okay, you can add a fresh slide if you want. You can add a fresh slide by just coming to the end over here and add a fresh slide, and you can put all the content or whatever you want, or you can duplicate a given slide by just coming over to it, add a page or duplicate the page, or you can delete a given page, or you can hide it or add transitions to it or add notes for your presentation. So you can add a slide or you can remove, you can do anything. And this is the second slide. You can check also from here. You can put your your title over here, presented by this person, and then you can put other details maybe as regards the presentation, and you can check around as you navigate over the slides. You can see different kind of things as you move within the slides. And another feature that I want to share with us is you can come easily and present. So by just coming over here, you can present directly on Canva. Once you finish your design, you can just click on present,
and you can check. You can do standard presentation. You can just start by clicking on this. You can just start presenting, or you can share this link to your partners or your colleagues or your students so that they can easily join and listen to your presentation. Or you can also click on this drop down and you can do autoplay. Okay, autoplay is as soon as you start playing, you start presenting, the slides will start moving according to the timing you have given it. And you have presenter view. Presenter view allows you to see text as you're presenting. If you have some notes that you have provided, for example, on this first slide, maybe I right click or I come to this three dot and I add some notes for myself, maybe introduction and maybe main body or maybe content. Here, I want it to be just like an idea for me to be able to know what I'm going to talk about in this particular slide. I put it as a side note for myself. And once you enable this type of presentation, which is presenter view, and once you start presenting, you are going to have that note by your side for you to, okay, so this is your audience window. So this is the audience window. This is what they will see. And then you can minimize this. And this is your own window. This is the presenter window. And you got it. And then you can see your notes over here. The audience cannot see what you are presenting, and you will be able to see and have an idea of what you have to talk about at any given point from these notes that you have enabled over here. And you can go to Canva Live also and present. You can exit the presentation and come back and continue with your editing. You can see the design or the slides are just a bunch of elements. You can easily select on any and edit accordingly. And you can have the option over here to play around with the coloration, change it to any color to suit your brand and coloration and anything. And then you have a bunch of animations over here. You can select on any feature and you can see different kind of animations, even though some are paid, some are not free, but you can check around and see. These are basic animations as regards coming, the rise, the pan, and you can see different kind of fade in. You can see the breath in method. You can see the storm, and you can see the pop one. I think I kind of like this one also. You can attach different kind of animation to any page or to any element that you have designed very easily, and you can see the entrance and exit just like so. Get photo movement. You can see you can make the photo to move gradually, photo rise, photo zoom in, and then the pan and the rise and the drift also. I kind of like this drift feature. So depend on what kind of animation you want to put. Is it basic? Is it scale? Is it exaggerated? Or is it the photo movement that you want to play around with? Very easily. And you can change the timing it took. You can either increase or decrease the timing it takes for this to kind of apply, right? Apply to all pages. This timing, maybe for per slide, you want to take 4.5 seconds, or you can take longer or shorter time according to your design and according to what you want. Up here, you can see the add a page. You can add also a page from here, and you can duplicate a page, or you can delete a page from here. Canva is actually very, very nice, and you can easily download this also. You can download this after you finish your design, you finish your design of the slides, you can download it, and you can see you can click on download, and you have the option to download it as a PDF, or you can come and download it as, which is the recommended one, okay, PDF, or you can download in other formats as well. You can download it as a PDF, and you can put in anything, okay? You can bring in anything, you can add your photo or anything. You can add different elements by just coming over here. You can just drag and drop the element that you are targeting. For example, I want to put in some frames. Maybe I can just drag and drop this frame, and then you can put a photo. You can come to uploads, and you can drag any photo and put. So for example, I may want to put this, and you can see I can just double click and try to readjust it. All right, so you can see I'm readjusting to fit in the content very nicely. So you can see now I have just put it, and it looks perfect and fantastic. You can easily do that on any of your presentation. Bring in any elements, bring in any kind of data, bring in any kind of text. If you want to bring in text, if you want to bring in styles of any type, you can easily add to your presentation. And once you're done, you can easily print it. You can come to this. If you like this arrangement of this type of presentation, of this type, you can easily copy it. You can copy this exact style, and then you can take it to your own another slide. Okay, for example, I'm taking it to this slide, and maybe I'm adding a fresh slide, and I want to paste this one. Or you can right click and say paste. And you can see it has just pasted everything,
So all you need to do is just make sure you change the background color so that it comes out neatly, so you can see it clearly. You see, so pasted it twice. So right click and click on paste, and you can see it has just pasted. So you just select and change this background color, and you can see it has just come out the way you want it. You can easily select on any, come to your uploads, and you can replace the picture with any picture of your choice. You can see, you can just double click and you can easily enhance and resize the photo to fit in the content. So you can do that on anything. You can bring in anything. You can change all the backgrounds. You can change the features. And if you want to manually put this on your own, you can put it also. Or you want to manually put in these elements, you can come also and check out the frame from the list of frames. You can see all frames, and then you can check on anyone that you particularly like and you feel like it's going to fit in according to what you have. You can maybe delete this one, and then you can bring in that particular one that you are targeting. So you can just check, and maybe you want to put in something like this. You just drag and drop it, and then you can come and bring in your photo or any of your photos that you want to put in to fit in the content. So you just drag and drop, just like so, and it fits in. So depending on what you want to design, and as soon as you have finished designing, you can easily export it accordingly. So this is basically how to design your presentation in Canva and save it in Canva, because Canva saves your work automatically as you are working on it. You can change the presentation name to anything. For example, you can say business presentation, and then you can save it in any file, or you can just come to file and say save to a folder. You can specify that folder and you can save this, and you can start your presentation at any given point, or you can share the link with any person that is interested to attend your meetings. So this is about presentation and how to design slides and work with them on your presentation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Next thing that we're going to consider is how to design infographics from Canva. Infographics is actually a collection of imagery, data visualization, pie charts, and bar charts. A collection of minimum text that can depict easy to understand overview of a given idea. Okay, so anything. All right, so the first thing is you can just come to your search bar and just search for infographics. So you can use it for your company to showcase most of your products in the most easy way, so people attending your company can easily be given something like a flyer that they can understand what you do very easily and in a very simple way. So you can just click on anyone. You can see sample infographics, even though there are no much templates. You can see it from illustrating stages to highlighting products and showcasing what 1, 2, 3 or 4 stages or steps to get to something or a given product. So you can just select on any. For example, we can go with this one, and then you can go ahead and customize it. You can see the sizing. Okay, it comes in a very special form. So you can decide to customize the sizing. You can rearrange it to your liking. For example, I may want to change from this template to maybe this template. I think I kind of like it because it gives us different fruits, maybe in a particular company or in a particular organization or in a particular setting. So you can zoom out so that you can be able to see it clearly. As soon as you zoom out, you can see it clearly. You can select, as you hover over all the elements, you can see you can change from the name of the fruit to the description to even the fruit itself, the image, the shape that is behind it, and all that. You can change the coloration and you can change the image accordingly. So let's say this is Epic Mentorship Farm, or let's say Farm Fruits, and we can bring it up for sale. But then once you visit Epic Mentorship Farm, you will be able to see, we'll just hand over this flyer to you, and you will have an understanding of what kind of fruits they produce inside. Okay, so you can see over here, and if you want to change anything, for example this lemon, you can just come to the elements over here, and you can just search for lemon, and you can see different kind of lemons that you can easily substitute. So for example, you can select this one and delete it, and you can bring in another one. Okay, so let's say we'll put in this one, just drag and drop, and then you can resize it. Okay, and then you can just put it inside, resize the position, and then it's there. If you want to change the shape also, you can change the shape, or you can change the coloration of the shape so that it fits in perfectly according to your brand. You can change it also. so that it fits in perfectly. You can change everything. Even this lemon, you can change it. You can change the brand. Okay, the background also you can change. You can navigate over. You can change the bigger picture, the bigger background. You can change also. You can change this banana, or you can change this purple and bring in another image if you so wish from the elements. So you can just select, and you can see row 1 or the one that is without a background. Right? You can just remove this one, resize this one, and then you can just paste it, rotate it, and you have it there. So it's very easy to customize, to change anything, or even to come back and change the template. You can check the template and change accordingly, depending on what kind of message you have and what kind of message you want to send to your audience. Infographics can actually help you to do that. You can select all of them by dragging and dropping. You can group all of them, or you can keep selecting by holding the shift key, and you can select all the key features, all the elements, and keep selecting, and then you can rearrange them or reshuffle them accordingly. So once you are done, you are starting with what you have as your own, and change the background color if you so wish also to something like this. But I think I prefer the other one in existence, the orange color. It's peacefully showcases the products very nicely. If you are starting with this, you are starting with everything. You can change, you can flip, you can animate the photos, but only when you want to make it a video. But if you are starting with everything, the content, you can just go ahead and download by just coming to share over here. You can just say copy a link, you can share, or you can just download, and you can say PNG or PDF or anything. You can go with JPEG if you want. You can just click on download, and it will just download this very flyer or infographic for you very easily and fantastically. So you can just see it over here. You can see your flyer or your infographics over here. You've downloaded it, and you can share with your visitors or anyone who visits your company or visit your farm, or they're about to have an understanding of what products do you have, or what kind of fruits you produce in your company. So this is about infographics. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.